Welcome to your body weight workout. Now the great thing about this is all we're going to do is use the weight of your body against gravity. The clue is in the title. So we really don't need any expensive equipment. We can do this anywhere. Hopefully you're doing it with us now at home, but you could do this indoor or out. You can take it on holiday with you. You can do this if you're working away from home. Now, you might question whether this actually works. Well, you can join me with this simple exercise. If we do a little squat down, hopefully you can feel a little bit of work into the front of the thighs, back of the thighs. If I ask you now to do that on a single leg, it starts to get a little tougher. If I now ask you to do that on a single leg but do it really slowly, and you'll begin to see that this can really have some effect in terms of building up our strength. Also, working with your whole body, we're starting to do functional fitness. Yeah, we're working on balance, and you'll remember this from our balance lecture. We're working on our core strength, you'll remember from our lecture on the spine. Now, before we start, it's important to have a warm-up like the guys are doing now. Some gentle mobilizing movements from head to toe that start to work through the dynamic range of movement through your joints, start to get the synovial fluid working, start to get your body temperature up. That's important. Start gently. Maybe you start with a walk. Maybe you begin to build up into a jog like the guys are doing. Now, there you go. Fabulous. So you'll start to get your core temperature up a little bit. Now, we're aiming for one set of 15 repetitions in this workout. Those of you who are already doing some exercise might want to go for 2 sets of each exercise. Those of you who are exercising really regularly, maybe even 3 sets, you have the choice with a brief rest in between. Now, be aware, I'm deliberately alternating here between floor and standing. We'll constantly be changing, getting up, getting down, getting up. Maybe a little bit annoying, but the great thing is it's going to increase the energy burn through this. We're going to burn a few more calories. And also, it's practicing an essential functional movement that we need every day. So, should we get started? Starting with your feet about hip width apart. Are we ready, guys? What we're going to do here is take a lunge out to the right with your right leg. Take a look at it first. We're stepping out, we're lunging down. There's a slight point outwards on this leg. We're hinging at the hip, reaching the hands down. This leg staying straight and back to the side. We're looking to 15 repetitions. You can begin nice and easy. Are we set? Let's go, guys. 15 repetitions. Reach out to the right leg and back. Right leg out and down we go. You're pointing the knee and the toes slightly outwards as we go down, and you're hinging from the hip, not rounding your spine. Keep going for me. So you're keeping your abdominals pulled in really tight, working that core strength. Really getting down onto that leg, okay? Really getting nice and deep. Get a good range of motion. We should be a little bit warmer now. Look how this knee and toe on John's pointing out slightly to the side, yeah? So that we follow the natural hinge through the knee, bending down, pressing the weight through the heel. Abdominals are in tight. Hopefully we're beginning to feel a little bit of work getting into that right leg, into the thigh. We're looking for 15 repetitions. Keep your breathing nice and relaxed. Excellent. I'm going to trust you guys to count to 15. No cheating. It's only yourself you're cheating. Beautiful. Excellent work. Are we nearly there yet? Just joining for the last couple, that's me. Fabulous. Good work, good work. We're moving on to our Hindu press-up. So I'm going to show you this from the sideways on so you can see what we're doing. We're going to start in a downward dog position. So the feet are up, the backside's up. We take the chin down to the floor. We go through the hands, up to the cobra, back up to that position. The chin's down, along the floor, up we go, and back to that position. Beautiful work. Through the mobility of the shoulders and the lower back. Down we go, guys. Are you ready at home? I'm looking for 15 repetitions, and away we go. Chin down to the floor, up we go into that upward dog, and then back up to the downward dog. Down we go. Beautiful. Fabulous work. Keep it moving, continuous all the way through them after 15 reps, please. Good, pushing it up. So the great thing about this is it becomes a dynamic flexibility exercise as well as a little bit of strength. We're working through the range of motion in the shoulders, into the lower back, also into the hamstrings as we come back up from that upward dog into the downward dog. A little bit of a stretch maybe through the calf and Achilles at the back as we push back into that downward dog. A little bit of stretch through the chest and shoulders at the front. How are we doing? Hang in there. 15 repetitions at home, please. Beautiful. Get into a nice rhythm and go with that pace. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath on these strength exercises. Excellent work. Keep it going, keep it going. Beautiful. Be careful not to lock out your arms, make sure the whole movement's under control. Good. How many is that? About 3, is it? 4? I'm losing. I'll take that. Go on. One more will do me. Fabulous. And we're back up. Quick up, we get up, we get up, we get, and we're straight over to our side lunge, but on the other side now. So we're working your left leg. Remember when you step out to point the knee and toe slightly out so that we can follow that natural hinge movement. Are we ready? Stepping out with the side lunge, and down we go and back. Can I get 15 of those, please? It's not really a question. Let's go. Now remember, when you're bending, don't let the shoulders round. Don't round through the lower back, but hinge from the hip. Yeah, away we go. 15 reps. Make sure you're hinging from the hip, keeping the abdominals in tight. We're not rounding through the spine. Okay, fabulous work. And again, he says, quickly getting out of the way. Look how we point out slightly on this toe, which allows the knee to point out slightly and follow a natural hinge. What we don't want is too much lateral motion through here. The abdominals are staying in tight. We're working through your core muscles, as well as hopefully you can feel some work getting into this left thigh, into the front of the thigh, into the back of the thigh, and hopefully as well a little bit of work into the glutes. Beautiful bonus here is we're also working dynamic flexibility through that other leg. Okay, we're going to move on to a gecko row. This is about challenging the position of our postural muscles. We're going to try and keep our body in a fixed position. So take a look at it first. We're down in a press-up position, but the feet are wide for stability. The aim of the exercise is to bring the knee up to the elbow. At the same time, I'm going to lift the opposite hand. What I'm trying to do is fix myself here. So this is really challenging the muscles around the lumbopelvic region. Abs are pulled in tight, obliques are pulled in, pelvic floor is lifted. We're trying not to twist, and we're certainly trying not to stick your backside up in the air. The aim is to just lift one hand up to the shoulder, the opposite knee up to the elbow. Okay? Take your time on this one. We're looking for 15 repetitions, so pick your good leg first. Down we go. Excellent. Get yourself fixed first of all. Backside down, no backside sticking up in the air, and away we go. Slow is better on this one. Good. Lifting the hand up to the shoulder and the knee up to the elbow. Beautiful. So the challenge here is, can we stay locked on in the center to keep your natural alignment in your lower spine? See how Jen's got this little curve in the lower spine there? That's what we're looking for. Beautiful. Don't be rounding the shoulders. We're really pulling in through the tummy, keeping your abdominals pulled in tight, pulling in through your waist. Good. Let the top of your head drop forwards. You don't want any nasty creases in the back of the neck there. Good. Abdominals are in tight. Good. Challenging those core muscles. Remember those postural muscles that work isometrically, which means they're not changing their length, they're just trying to fix you in the center. So don't worry if you lose your balance a couple of times. That's going to happen. Just reset yourself if you do. Yeah? And when we're done, we're done. Beautiful. You get a few extra ones in there, John. Excellent. Okay, I'm moving on now to the single leg squat. So for the single leg squat, again, I'm using a functional movement. I want you to imagine you're picking something up from the floor, so you'll get a little bit of a hinge through the hip as well. So let's pick our right leg first. All I'm going to ask you to do is bend, reach the hand down to the floor. Now, what we're going to do here is this hand you can use for balance. Put it on your hip if you're feeling okay. But what I'm asking you to do is hinge at your hip. Keep your abdominals in tight. As you go down, you're hinging. That's not bending or rounding, but hinging from the hip as we reach the fingers down to the ground. Okay, set yourself up onto the right foot, left leg lifted. And we're going to go down, please. Can I get 15 of those? Let's go. Now, remember, you might get a slight wobble. You might need to reset yourself. That's okay. Challenge yourself. Can we get that left hand down to the floor? Beautiful. See how that knee's bending? Now remember, we've mentioned this in a couple of the other workouts. The single leg squat is the most effective exercise you can do to tone the glute muscles. That's your buttocks, in other words. Fabulous. Down we go. Excellent. See how we're hinging from the hip, but that's challenging you to keep the abdominals in tight. Don't let the tummy drop down. What we're trying to fight here is any rotation through the knee, any rotation through the hips. So really working those stabilizer muscles. Remember, we talked about mobilizers and stabilizers in one of the earlier lectures. Fabulous. Good, well done, well done, well done. And remember, we're going up and down, so I'm going to show you this one sideways on. I'm going to do a little bit of work for the triceps. So we're both going to be facing that way, guys. So this is what we're going to do for your right arm. First of all, you're going to be lying sideways down. A little bend in the knees to make them comfortable. You're actually going to put your right hand over the front and take the left hand down. See how this elbow is high? All I'm going to ask you to do is to press up, straighten through here, and work into that tricep. Yeah? That's all we're doing, working into that right tricep. Okay, let's go. Down we go. Heads that way. That's it. Beautiful. So bring that arm across. Okay, so we're pressing up from there. Press up and back down. Beautiful. So try and keep your body in a nice, comfortable position. It'll bend through the knees. And make sure that we're not lifting through the waist, but it's all coming from that press, isolating onto the outside head of the tricep. Super. Make sure you stay sideways on through this exercise. Excellent. Try to relax your head and neck. Try not to feel too much stress through the neck as we do this. Now, you can't help but cheat slightly, trust me. Naturally, you'll feel a little bit going on in the waist, but try to focus your mind in muscle. Try to concentrate on the muscles that should be doing the work. The triceps at the back of the arm. Excellent. We're just looking for 15 of those. It's looking really good. Excellent. I do feel guilty not doing anything, honestly. You're doing really well, guys. How are we doing at home? I hope you're still with us. Once you've done your 15 repetitions, annoyingly, we're back up again. Well done, well done. We're moving on to the other leg. You're on your left leg now for your single leg squats. Remember, this arm's out for balance. This leg's out of the way. When we bend, we're hinging at the hip, reaching towards the floor, and then back up, but don't let the shoulder drop forwards. Set yourself up. Left foot down, right foot lifted. Are we ready? Let's drop that right hand down to the floor. Can I get those 15 single leg squats, please? Yeah? Beautiful. Let's reach this hand down to the floor. Good. Reset your balance if you need to. Excellent. Excellent. There we go. Keep the abdominals in tight. Okay, so remember in our balance lecture, we talked about how important the core muscles are in maintaining that balance. So what we're doing here is challenging those core muscles. We're also challenging those stabilizers around the hip, around the knee, to help keep your balance on this exercise. But also, it's a great toning exercise for the thigh, for the buttocks. Super exercise, and probably one of the most functional movements we can do. How often each day do we bend down to pick something up? But you know what? You don't want to be bending down to pick something up and injuring your back. So that's why it's good to practice this movement. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Have I got time to do a couple with you? Or have you done yet? Oh, is that it? Okay, we're going to move on. We're on our lying tricep, but this time we're onto your left hand. So let's turn and face that way, laying yourself sideways on. Down we go. Bring that hand across. Fabulous stuff, and away we go, pressing. So remember, keep this hand out of the way so that you can press up and all the way back down, working into that tricep at the back of the arm. Yeah, and press. Good. How are we doing? Keep your breathing relaxed. Super. Press in. Excellent. You're making that look really easy. Good. We're looking for 15 at home, remember. 15 is our magic figure. Good. Really important area. And this is an isolation exercise. Remember, we talked about compound exercises and isolation exercises. This is really targeting those triceps alone. Fabulous. And look at this. We don't need to use anything more than our body weight. Beautiful. Well done, well done, well done. Ooh. Excellent. We're moving on to some plank work. And again, the challenge here is, can you keep your hips fixed, your lower back in your neutral or comfortable spine while we're actually changing our position? So that's the challenge. I'm going to show you it front on and then side on. From the plank position, all I'm going to ask you to do is lock on in the middle. Try to avoid too much rotation as you go down onto the elbow, back up and back up. So what we're trying to avoid here is either this happening or this happening. Keep the abdominals in tight, lock on in the middle as we go down, keep it locked on as we go up. Yeah? Are we set? Are you ready at home? And away we go. So onto the elbow and then up to the hands. Keep the backside down a little bit so you've just got that natural little bend in the lower back, that natural lordotic lumbar curve. Down we go. So sometimes change which hand you lead with. Now when you start to get a little fatigued, don't stick your backside up in the air. Remember, the challenge here is to work particularly on this transversus muscle across the middle. So you're pulling your tummy button in tight all the time. You're also getting some work for the inner obliques here. You're also getting a little bit of work for the pelvic floor, pulling up. Everything's fixing the lower spine in place on these exercises. Good, how are we doing? Looking good, guys. Excellent. Onto the elbows and back up. Try to avoid too much rotation if you can. You're doing really well. How are you doing at home? I hope you're still with us. He says. Good. Looking good, looking good. Well done, well done, well done. We're back up. We're taking a little variation now on that single leg squat and turning this into a diagonal lift. So now we're adding a little bit of rotation, a little bit of extra plane of movement. So we're starting on our right leg again. This time the leg's behind, but as we go down, I want you to reach over to there. When you come up, I want the foot forwards and reach over to there. So we're going down from the low diagonal to the upper diagonal, but look now how we're getting much more movement through here. So this is more of a challenge because now I'm reaching down, but then as we come up, look how I'm extending through this position. Down, and now instead of straight up, we're extending. So a little bit of balance work as well. So let's get onto our right foot, guys. Lift the left, this arm's out for balance. Let's reach down to there and bring it up to the opposite diagonal. We're off to our 15 repetitions, nice and slowly. Remember, if you lose your balance, that's okay, just reset yourself. That's one of those things we talked about, as with flexibility, with strength, with your cardio, it will get better with practice, yeah? Beautiful, how are we doing? Reach it down, excellent, and back up. Really good stuff, well done, and really extend through that position. Beautiful. Remember we said that the spine flexes, extends, but it also hyperextends. So we're getting that little bit of hyperextension. Yeah? Remember that it's important to work through your full range of motion. If we're only working through a restricted range, we'll only develop the strength through that restricted range. So what we're trying to do here is work through our full range of motion. Excellent stuff. I think I'll get a couple as well. Beautiful. Down we go. Reach it up. Good balance, everybody. How are you doing at home? Oh, you see I said that and then completely lost it. That was bound to happen. Okay, we're shifting on now. We're going to go on to a single leg bridge exercise, and I'll show you this sideways on. You'll have your head at this end when you do this, guys. So what I'm going to do is go into the right leg first. I'm going to put the left leg straight out, comfortable position. I'm pressing into the heel, lifting your whole body as one, keeping the abs in tight, and then lowering back down. Try not to put too much stress on the neck. Make sure the shoulders stay on the floor. Okay, let's try it. So this is a really good exercise again for the glutes, but also getting into the hamstrings. So let's get your that leg up. There you go. Perfect. Okay, are we set? Are you ready at home? And away we go. Now, just a little tip. If you're doing this at home, make sure that leg comes up as well at the same time. Up you go. Beautiful. You weren't cheating then, John, when you were at home. And up we go. Take it really easy over here. And up we go. Beautiful. I'm looking for 15 repetitions. Keep it under control. Don't swing the leg. Yeah, the lift is coming from pressing the heel down on your right foot. You'll feel the work into the hamstring at the back of the thigh, into the glutes. But again, we've got that challenge for your core strength in stabilizing you in the middle. Great exercise. Getting 3 benefits from this single exercise. Beautiful stuff. And again, we don't need any equipment. Just working with your own body weight. Slow is better, keep it under control. Now make sure you're in a comfortable position when you're doing this. You want to ideally be sideways onto it so you can just tilt your head and see what we're doing. That's of course assuming you're not sitting on the sofa eating cookies. You should be doing this with us. Excellent. When I say us, obviously I mean you, because I'm not doing anything. But it's time to get back up and we're on to the other leg. So we're into our diagonal lift, but we're on the left foot now, okay? So set yourself up on the left. be aware if you've got any difference from one side to the other. Does one side need a little bit of extra work? So we're onto our left foot, the right foot's lifted. We're going to reach down to the low, up to the high diagonal with that slight lean backwards, remember. Down, and then really working through that hyperextension, yeah? Okay, let's go, 15 repetitions. Does it feel any different to the other leg? Maybe better, maybe not, who knows? Beautiful. So what we're looking for here is to be locking on in the middle, pulling your tummy in tight. If you start to lose your balance, that's okay, you can reset yourself. We're getting some really good work on this supporting leg, working through the front of the thigh, the quadriceps, working through the hamstrings at the back. Remember, we said we're working the glutes here. So this is what we're talking about in terms of total body exercises. Great thing about that is it burns lots of calories. We're doing really well. Good, good, good. Excellent. Oh, was there a wobble there? Actually, it's really windy here. That's it. If it looks like we're wobbling, it is the wind. Excellent. Well done, guys. Locking on in the middle. Make sure you can feel this energy by pulling in here, and lifting up through the pelvic floor. You'll feel that abdominal balloon we talked about when we talked about our spine and our core strength. Brilliant stuff. We're straight back down onto the single leg bridge on the other leg. So down we go. Beautiful. That's it. Straight out. Are you with us? You should be ready now for your left foot to press down for your single leg bridge, and away we go. Hup. Excellent. So remember, we're looking to lift here, the whole body up, that nice long line. Yeah, keep going for me. That nice long line that goes from your heel all the way down. So when I'm pressing here into the heel, look at that line that goes from there all the way down here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Great work for the glutes and the hamstrings. Slow is better. Good. Excellent. Just the job. Keeping the abdominals pulled in tight. Super. Hopefully we can feel something going on there at the back of the thigh, maybe into the glutes. Excellent. Keep your breathing nice and relaxed, particularly try and keep your neck relaxed in this position. Good. Hope you're still with us at home. Good work. Well done, well done, well done. We're there. Excellent. We're moving straight on. You know, we've got to do some abdominals. I'm sorry, it's only fair. You can stay down for this one, only because I'm going to really make you get up on the last one. So for this one, we're going to do a little bit of a V sit-up. So the great thing about this exercise, normally your sit-ups will work just the upper part of the abdominals. A reverse curl will work the lower part. So we're going to do the two together. So let me show you sideways on what this looks like. I'm going to start with the feet in this position. I'm going to start with the hands out like so. All I'm looking to do here is sit up there, both together, okay? Both together, yeah? If you're feeling particularly flash, don't put them on the floor when you go back down, yeah? So we're bringing the knees to the chest and sitting up at the same time. So for the rectus abdominis down the middle here, we're getting to the top and the bottom at the same time. Okay, are we set? Hands out. Beautiful. I'll take 15 of those, please. Away we go. Beautiful. Knees to the chest at the same time, and you'll see there's a little bit of balance influence here as well. Superb. So remember, we talked about when we're doing our abdominals, so this kind of exercise, picture the abdominal muscles, the rectus, like a spring. Yeah? As you're sitting up, try to squeeze that spring together. Get your mind into the muscle. Yeah? And that'll help you with this exercise. Go on. Don't worry, I can give you a pull if you need. How are we doing at home? 15's our target. If you're finding that too easy, remember what we said. You can always take a quick rest, do another set. If you're feeling particularly strong, you could always do 3 sets, but that gives us something to aim for. Brilliant. Make sure you're breathing. Excellent. You'll be pleased to know there's only one exercise after this. You're doing really well. Yeah? Fabulous, well done. Good little work for the abs, hopefully you felt that. Okay, so our last exercise, just take a rest for a second, guys, is the Turkish stand-up. So, and the aim here is simply to stand up, that's it. So, what I want you to do is take one hand, doesn't matter which hand, because you're gonna swap over after 7 repetitions, and point to the ceiling. The aim is to stand up, ideally, without using the other hand. So, what I'm gonna do is lay myself down, point one hand straight to the ceiling. This hand stays pointing to the ceiling all the way through, yeah? So I come up, stand up, keep it pointing to the ceiling, and then guess what? Do exactly the same thing, keep it pointing to the ceiling on the way down. Now, if you find that a little bit difficult, you can use the other hand when you get to here to push yourself up. But ideally, what we're aiming for is not using that other hand. Let the abs do the sit-up, let the legs do the work. Down we go. You can pick whichever hand you like. Your head at that end and your feet at this end. Point whichever hand you like to the ceiling because you're going to change after 7 reps. Legs straight out to start with. Okay, are we set? Let's go. Legs in, keep the finger pointing to the ceiling. Both of you are cheating. I hope you're doing better than this at home. Have we got the receipt for these two? I might need to take them back. Point to the ceiling. Keep it pointed to the ceiling. And up we go. And down. You see, you're lucky you can't see their faces. They're pulling faces at me here. Come on, up we go, up we go. Excellent, and down. How are we doing at home? Probably better than these two. Good, up we go, up, 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 up. Good, and back down. You can see why I only demonstrate the first two and then don't do any more afterwards. Come on, up we go. How many is this? Crikey, I should have brought a book with me or something. Up we go, point to the ceiling, good. You're doing really well. That's 6 already, crikey, and only an hour or so gone. Good. Are you changing arms now? Good, well done, well done. Are we changing arms yet? I'd change the legs, use somebody else's if I were you. You're doing really well. How are we doing at home? Remember, 15's our target. It shouldn't feel easy. If it feels easy, there's no point in doing it. You're doing really well, guys. It's easy for me, I'm not actually doing anything, as you probably noticed. Good, you're doing well. I think we've only got a few more to do. So the great thing about this is it's a whole body exercise. You're using your abs on the first part of that movement. You've really got to use the legs. And remember we talked about, when we talked about our core strength, about this thoracolumbar fascia, this sheath at the back. And the whole point of that is that's what helps transfer the strength from your upper to your lower body. That's the link that gets your whole body working together. And you're really having to use that here, really having to brace yourself in that movement that gets you up and down. Are we done? Fabulous work. How did you do at home? Hopefully you did really well. What we're going to do now is a little bit of a cool down with some gentle movements that get the joints moving, just similar to how we did in the warm-up. Let your pulse rate come down a little bit, let your temperature come down a little bit, and then we're going to go into a few stretches. So let's just get ourselves moving, guys. Just a few gentle mobilizing moves. You know the kind of thing that we do for the warm-up. Remember, if you're not sure on the stretches to use, we've got that flexibility workout for you where you can go straight into that now and use those stretches. Don't forget how important progression is. So maybe we're looking at 1 set of 15 for each exercise to start with. We could build that up to 2 sets and then 3 sets. Now you can either do that by doing 3 sets of each exercise, then on to the next one, then on to the next one. Or what you could do is the whole routine and then do the whole routine again. It's your choice. But certainly to start with, it's about quality, not quantity. Get the technique right. That's the most important thing, because these whole body movements are working really focusing on those core muscles, and they're vital. Beauty of what we've just done, all of those movements are functional. We use those movements every day. So this workout with no equipment is something that you can take into your everyday activities. Benefit of that is it's going to really help to protect your lower back from injury. Whilst both speed of movement and pure strength are important criteria for just about any sportsman, the vital ingredient and often the deciding factor that gives you that winning edge is the marriage of the two, namely power. Now, the ability to quickly generate force from whichever body part is a useful skill to help to get us through our daily tasks, but for the sportsman, it's vital. It can be the difference between being the MVP or warming the bench, being on the medal rostrum or standing in the crowd, shattering records or shattered dreams. Now, a medicine ball is ideal for use at home. It's relatively cheap, takes up a little storage space. It's great to develop power and lends itself to a plethora of both individual and partner drills that will enhance performance in most sports. But you can also adapt these to ensure your home workouts are fun and always keep you moving closer to your goals. Now, believe it or not, the medicine ball has been around for an incredibly long time, with the first reference to wrestlers training with sand-filled bladders appearing in Persia around 3,000 years ago. Hippocrates had them sewn out of animal skins, stuffed with sand, and used to challenge his patients to throw them back and forth for injury prevention and rehabilitation. So, get your ball out and get ready to take your medicine. Now, first of all, here are a few guidelines to make sure you train smart. Always, like the guys are doing now, make sure you warm up first. Take around 5 minutes to raise your core body temperature with some light cardio, some mobilizing, gentle movements, moving your limbs through various planes of motion, and that'll get you in the position ready to go. You need some space for a couple of these drills, which won't be a problem if you're at the gym, but if you're at home, you might want to take a couple of these exercises into the garden. Choose a weighted ball that's challenging, but doesn't slow down your movements too much. Remember, we're trying to generate power. Our target is going to be 12 to 15 repetitions. That's what I'm asking you to do, 12 to 15 repetitions of each exercise, and some of them will flip over to both sides. Never sacrifice good technique for speed of movement, yeah? Remember, workouts like this that concentrate on power are best done when you're fresh, so this is not something you do after a heavy cardio or heavy resistance session. All right then, let's get started. So our first exercise. So guys, we're going to take the feet about a little bit wider than hip width apart. Take a hold of the ball, we're holding it low. Let's just get a little practice first of all. We're going to squat down, pressing into the heels, keep the abs in tight, the shoulders are back, don't let the ball pull you forwards. This is a plyometric, an explosive exercise. We're going to press through the heels, extend the legs, lift the ball, and actually throw the ball. Now, with it being a medicine ball, it'll go up and bounce pretty much right in front of you so we can grab it again ready for the next exercise. This is a plyometric. We talked about that in lecture 3 in our energy systems about explosive movements. So, this is what we're going to do. Bend the knees. Are we ready for our 12 to 15 repetitions? And away we go. Throw it up. And away we go. 12 repetitions, please. We're pressing through the legs, and you're going to keep going, and I'm going to keep talking. So we're looking for an explosive movement as we come up, yeah? See how the ball bounces in front of you, so it's easy to grab it again. Keep the abdominals tight all the time. We're not throwing with the arms. Importantly, we're lifting an almost straight arm, and lift, abs are in tight. Make sure we get a good bend. How low do we go? We go as low as is comfortable for you. Work to your full, comfortable range of motion. That will nearly go bouncing then. Hand up. You can see why I said you might want to take some of these exercises into the garden. I'm looking for 12 repetitions. Done? Well done. I trust you. Excellent. And we're moving on. So, the next exercise is a lunge and twist. Going to put a little bit more work into the core muscles here. Which we talk about in our lecture on the spine. So a great exercise working both sides. So important things here, focusing on your core, pulling your abdominals in tight, pulling in through your waist, lifting up through the pelvic floor. We're generating that, remember that abdominal balloon we talked about. We're starting with the feet hip width apart, an important balance one here. Now the ball is actually going to start up high. Okay, it's up in front of you, but the arms are slightly bent. We're going to step forwards with your right leg, nice and long. We're going to go down into a lunge position, and we're going to twist the ball down. Yeah? Come back, lift, step up to the top at the same time. We're going to swap over to the other leg. Down it goes, lunge down, knee down towards the floor and rotate, and back up. So like the first exercise, the arms are staying just slightly bent all the way through. We're looking for as much rotation as we can and that deep lunge and twist. Are we set? 12 of these, please. Abdominals in tight and away we go. Right leg, lunge down and back up. And to the other side. Beautiful. And keep going for me, guys. Excellent stuff. So be aware when you're stepping out into that lunge, see how the guys are keeping the feet about hip width apart. Yeah? Otherwise, what will happen is if you step onto a tram line, you'll find that you'll start to lose your balance. So keep those feet hip width apart. Keeping the abdominals in tight. Let's try to get a little bit more rotation if we can through the upper body. Beautiful. Remember, we talked about the spine and its movements. We talked about flexion and extension, but we also talked about this rotation. And that's what we're doing here, getting a little bit of work into the obliques as well. Fabulous. You're doing really well. Hope you're still with me at home there. Oh, didn't lose our balance there, did we? Blame it on the mat. Fabulous. And that will happen. If you need to reset yourself, that's fine. Is there one more there? Beautiful. Excellent stuff. Okay, well done, well done. Should have felt a little bit of work getting into the legs there, as well as working through the waist. And we're going to isolate that one a little bit more now, really getting into the muscles that protect the lower back. So what I'm going to ask you to do this time, and this will be a great exercise for any of you who play golf or tennis, perfect exercise. So what we're going to do here is start with the ball high again, but this time take a look at the feet. I want you to take your right foot and turn it onto the ball of the foot here, like so. We're lifting up and we've actually turned our hips over towards your left side now. What's going to happen is a simple chop, keeping the arms almost straight. We come down through that semicircle, reach down, and there's a little bit of flexion at the hip here. Yeah, so we're reaching down to the floor and then back up. Okay, and again, we're looking for 12 of those, please. Away we go. Nice and slow. Slow is better on these kind of exercises. And away we go. Beautiful. And up. Okay, so we're looking for that rotation. There's also that little mix of flexion and extension through the lower spine as well, because we're flexing here at the hip to reach the ball down to the floor. That's great. And really go for that big movement. Try and get a big semicircle. Keep your chin back, keep your head lifted. Try not to drop your head, particularly as we come down here. See how Cameron's keeping his head lifted there. Try and keep that neutral, comfortable position in your lower spine. See how we're getting that twist through the movement, and no surprise, that this exercise clearly, as I said, is going to help you with your golf or your tennis swing. We're looking for 12 repetitions and then we'll swap sides and do it the other way around. Remember I said right at the top there that we will do some exercises on both sides. Beautiful. Are we on the other side yet? Swap over. So set yourself up. Excellent. That's it. And up to the top. Fabulous. And for obvious reasons, this exercise is called the chop. Great. Now, one thing you may notice, switching from side to side, you may have already seen this on the last exercise when we were on the lunge. You may have difference from one side to the other. Maybe one side's a little more flexible, one side's a little stronger. Don't worry, that will happen, but be aware of those weaknesses. We do need to try and iron out those muscular imbalances. And the weight of the ball, you need to select for yourself. Remember, what we're saying is it shouldn't feel too easy. We should be getting to somewhere between those 12 and 15 repetitions. That's your target. It should be beginning to feel difficult when we get there. Now, just something to be aware of here as well. If you do have any shoulder injuries, any shoulder mobility problems, and Cameron's working through one at the moment, you might want to drop the ball for this exercise because you can just as well do this with the hands. The important thing is getting that rotation, getting that flexion as we're doing now. As you can see here, we're still getting that movement through the lower spine. We're still getting that work for the core muscles, particularly here, getting a bit of work into the obliques. And remember, we talked about the obliques working contralaterally. So you're working your external and internal this way, or external and internal the other way. Fabulous, great stuff. Okay, you'll be pleased to know we're going to hit the floor now. You might not be pleased to know that we're doing a sprint pass. Now, I'm going to set this up and use the guys as partners. You can do this with the ball and throw it against the wall. So we're going to lose one ball and take just your ball there into the sprint position for me, please. So this is actually called a sprint pass. The ball is on the floor. You're in your sprint position. If you stand up nice and tall for me, Cameron. All that's going to happen is, in one movement as we step up, we're going to throw the ball at the same time. We're going to catch it. Then you're going to take your step back and you'll get ready to sprint. Okay, so let's have a couple of examples. Pick it up, throw the ball, and up you go. And we swap over. Down you go, ball on the floor, knee on the floor, up you get, and push the ball all in one movement. Fabulous. Down we go. Can we keep that going for me, please, guys? So this is a true power exercise, yeah? Great thing about it is we're working through your whole body. Now, the key is that you stand up and throw the ball at the same time, yeah? So we try and get the whole body working together, working through the legs as if you're driving out of that sprint position. We're also then transferring that power through into the arms. Now, to get that power to move from your legs to your upper body really relies on a strong core. So this is putting some emphasis on the abdominals as well. It might not look like an obvious abdominal exercise, but be aware of keeping your abdominals in really tight on this exercise. Protect your lower spine, yeah? And this will work as we talked about in our lecture about the spine, we talked about the thoracolumbar fascia. This is the key to transferring that power, transferring the load from the upper body to lower or lower to upper, as we're doing here, using that power through the legs to transfer into that movement through the ball. How many have we done? One more. Oh, I don't want you both throwing the ball at the same time. That would be a tough one. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so that's your sprint pass. Again, if you haven't got somebody to to work with, excuse me, you can do that by throwing the ball against the wall. What we're going to do now is take the ball and get down onto the floor for a little leaning exercise. Really get into the obliques. So what I'm going to ask you to do here is set yourself in a kneeling position, nice and wide. And if you take my ball, because I'm going to take the easier option on this one. This is what I'm going to ask you to do. Set yourself up nice and wide, keep your hips square to the front. Take your left leg out to the side, like so, for balance. Yeah? Now the important thing here is you're going to keep your hips, chest and shoulders to the front. We're going to take the ball and lift the ball up to the top, and I'm showing you the easier version without the resistance. Again, if you have any shoulder problems or particularly any lower back pathology, we want to make this slightly easier at first. Our aim here is to take a lean, we hold it just for 3 seconds, and then we come back to the top. Yeah? Smooth movement, and away we go. Take it down, get a nice long lean, challenge yourself, and then back up, and away we go. Can I get 12 of those, please, guys? So the important things here, he says try not to trip over anybody, is to keep your hips, chest, shoulders square to the front. Yeah? Don't let yourself twist, and there'll be a feeling like you want to twist, but you really need to work through pulling your abdominals in tight, pulling in through the obliques. You should begin to feel something at the back as we begin to brace ourselves on that thoracolumbar fascia. Try to let your whole body move as one, and particularly as you lower down and lift up. Excellent, well done. And again there, as we said, if you have any issues with your shoulders, we can always do this and you'll still feel. Just nod at me, tell me you can still feel that exercise, Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Brilliant. Excellent stuff. We're looking for 12 repetitions. Again, I'm trusting you guys to count for me. Can we feel something going on in the middle there? Brilliant. Excellent stuff. Keeping your hips square, keeping a long spine. Yeah, so this is that, remember we talked about those spine movements, we talked about lateral flexion. Yeah, is that 12? Take a quick rest as we swap over to the other side. Well done, guys. Towel down. You know, we're famous. There should be somebody to towel you down. You know, that's where we should be on this. Are we set, guys? Left leg out for me, please, Cameron. Brilliant. So get yourself a nice stable base, first of all. Slow is better on these exercises, and away we go. And you see how we're dropping the top of the head this way so that you get this nice long line down through the spine, nice alignment, keeping the abs in tight. So the things to look out for here, we're trying to avoid that rotation of the hips. We're trying to avoid any exaggerated lumbar curve. Yeah, so you should really feel like this transversus muscle across the front. Well done, take a rest. And that's a great little tip there. What Cameron's doing is working with the resistance for as long as he can, but then instead of sacrificing his technique to stick with the resistance, puts the resistance down and makes sure he gets the technique right. We said that right at the top. Don't sacrifice your technique to get a little extra speed, power, or resistance. Yeah, it's all about getting the technique right. So this transversus muscle that wraps across the middle here, you're really pulling that in to prevent you from arching the lower back too much. Excellent, good work. Try and keep your breathing relaxed. Again, I'm trusting you guys to give me 12 repetitions. Although we did say 12 to 15, so if you want to throw in an extra 3, I don't mind, really. You know, it's your choice. For you at home, get your money's worth. Excellent stuff. Well done, guys. Take a quick rest for a second. So we're moving on now. A little bit of press-up work for the chest, for the front of the shoulders, for the triceps. But we're going to vary things slightly. By using the ball here for this exercise, we can get an extra challenge, certainly for the for the core muscles by making sure that we keep the abdominals in tight, keeping your hips in that comfortable position. When you're in that press-up position, whether you're in the full press-up position or on your knees, the important thing is that we've not got the hips dropping down, and also that we're not sticking the backside up in the air. We want that nice, comfortable alignment in your lower spine, and the tip to find your neutral spine is to drop it and lift it until you find the position that feels most comfortable, and that's really your neutral spine there. But what I'm going to do for this exercise is make things a little bit more difficult by using the ball. What this does now is put a challenge on the muscles around the shoulder girdle here. We've got to really work to try and keep that stability through the shoulder girdle as we work on an unstable surface. So the press up is going to be 1 on the ball, then roll it to the other side and down, okay? Roll it and down. We're looking for 12 repetitions altogether. There's the ball. Now, I'm going to give you the choice. You can either do the full press up if you're feeling strong, or you could start on the full press up and then go down to your knees. But if you're doing it on your knees, I don't want you in a box position. I want your feet lifted. So obviously I'm going to have somebody in the full press up position, somebody on their knees. Did anybody guess the right answer there? Okay, let's get 12 repetitions, please. Look at this. Fabulous. Roll it across and down you go. Excellent work. We're looking for 12. Try not to twist through the hips. Keep your abdominals in tight. Again, guys, I know it looks like I'm doing nothing, but I do feel your pain. You're doing really well. A little bit of work into the chest, into the front of the shoulders, into the triceps. Great work. Excellent. Keep those abs in tight. Remember, we're fighting this feeling for your hips to drop down. Great work. I did mine earlier, honestly. I did. That's my excuse. So as well as feeling this in those target muscles, there's a little bit of extra work around the shoulder girdle there. Hopefully you felt that as we're trying to really stabilize that position there. Excellent stuff. Well done, well done. It's a great exercise. We're going to flip over now and really get into a problem area for a lot of us with our V sit-ups. So for this position, I'm going to ask you to sit yourself down. I'm going to give you 2 options actually for this one. So we're sideways on. The first position is just having the feet down, like so, yeah? And we're going to take the ball here, and we're going to lift. That's all it is to get the shoulders off the floor. Our easier version, which I'm going to do, is like this. Or, as the guys are going to do, can we lift the feet up to the ceiling, please? We've got a hold of the ball. So you've got my easy version, which is, I've planned this well, haven't I? I've got no weight, and I've got the feet down. Or this version that the guys are doing. Can I get 12 repetitions, please? Up we go. Remember, the target's 12 to 15. So we're really looking to work into the abdominals here. Slow is better, yeah? More time under tension. And a little tip here on any of your abdominal exercises, try to think of your ab muscles like a spring. Really try and squeeze them together. That's what we're trying to do on this reach. Really squeeze those abdominal muscles as we pull up, yeah? Fabulous. Keep your breathing relaxed. A little tip is to exhale on the exertion, so breathe out as Renee's doing there on the way up. Is that 12? You could have done 15 there, I'm sure. Go on. There you go. And that's a good point. Yeah, you get out of it what you put into it, so push yourself a little bit. Well done, well done. Brilliant stuff. Excellent. Just take a quick rest for a second and I'll steal your ball. And then our last exercise, you'll be pleased to know, working into the chest and triceps again. Triceps can be a problem area, so make sure you've got yourself in a comfortable position on this one, and make sure you've got a bit of space. So I'm going to have the feet close to the backside. I'm going to find that neutral, comfortable spine position again, okay? Now I'm going to ask you to go very easy on this one, first of all. So we're resting the head down. The chest press is literally pushing the ball up, yeah? So go small at first. Don't go too far with the height of the ball. It's a chest press, like a basketball chest pass. And what we're looking to do here is to work again into that idea of plyometrics, that idea of working the muscles a little bit more explosively. So it's a similar movement to the press up, but we're using the muscle fibers in a different way here. So let's set ourselves up, guys, for this one. Brilliant. Sorry, I just need a bit of space there. Excellent. So start nice and easy, get a couple of practice ones. Don't throw it too high. Beautiful. So the challenge here also is to keep ourselves in that neutral spine, that comfortable spine position, okay? And we're looking for that little bit of an explosive movement. So drop it down to the chest and then give it a good push and blow out at the same time. Let's make it a bit more dynamic. Fabulous. Yeah? And just a little tip, make sure you catch it on the way down. Yeah? But a few practice ones, first of all, will allow you to get the feeling of where you need to throw it, and then we can start to get a little bit more dynamic with this movement. Yeah? So again, as opposed to our normal press-ups, we're working, as we talked about in lecture 13, in our energy systems, we're working a little bit more plyometrically here on this exercise. Great stuff. And push. Brilliant. Feel that? Oh, only just caught that one. And take a little rest there. And if you sit yourselves up. And there you go. You've got yourselves there, a full top-to-toe workout. Now, what we're going to do is finish off with a little stretch, which I'll advise you to do. And we'll pick the major muscle groups to do that. So since we're in this position, shall we just start with a little hamstring stretch? Remember, for our static stretching, we're looking to take the muscles to a little bit of length, past their normal length, and hold that position for about 15 seconds. Let's just hold that and I'll keep talking. Now, a couple of things here in terms of progression for the exercises. If you're really starting out right at the start, and shall we swap that over? Then I would advise you to perhaps run through the exercises with no weight at first. Don't use the ball. And then maybe to go with a very light ball to start. Obviously, increasing the weight of the ball makes it a little bit more difficult. Let's get a little bit of work into the lower spine. Bring one foot across to the other side. One hand behind, and let's get that little twist around. And then also in terms of progression, we only did one set of each exercise there. Okay, so you've got two options here. You can either do a set of the exercise, take a quick rest, and then do it again. Let's swap over to the other side. Or do it as a circuit. You could do the whole routine and then do the whole routine again. But my advice to you is don't do too much too soon. Yeah, you should only be doing that if you're finding that it's easy, then you've got that room for progression. So either increasing the resistance of the ball or adding extra circuits, maybe 2 as we go to intermediate and maybe 3 as we move to advanced. But also, and come back to the center, let's get a little bit for the inner thigh. Take the soles of the feet together, take a hold, sit up tall, and a little press down at the side will give you that stretch on the inner thighs. But also bear in mind that one way to progress it is to generate more power. And that's what we're doing here, these plyometric exercises. So with the squat and throw, we'll throw it higher. With the sprint pass, we'll be a little bit more explosive. So the actual technique itself can improve through your progression as well. Beautiful. And let's turn it over. We're onto all fours. A little bit of work for the lower spine. Pull up to the ceiling. Now we've done a lot of work through the middle here. And release that and put one foot forwards. Hands on the knee to help you get up. Beautiful. We're up to the top. Let's get just a little bit of work for the quads. They did their bit. Take a hold of the left. If you're struggling for balance, I still haven't quite figured this out why, but apparently if you grab a hold of your ear like that, you'll stay upright. I think it's probably got something to do with the vestibular balance system. And swap it over to the other side, stretching through the quads, front of the thigh. Beautiful. Pulse rate should be coming down now. And just to finish off, shall we take a deep breath in, up to the top, and back down. And one more. And believe it or not, stick a fork in you, you're cooked. That's your medicine ball workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Well done. Hi and welcome to our little step workout where we're going to be mixing our training techniques. We'll use some interval training techniques. You may remember from our talk about the cardiovascular system, we talked about improving its capabilities through interval training. We also mentioned this when we talked about fuel in the energy systems lecture. So we're going to get a mix of things here. We're also going from cardio to strength which is a great way to work out, going to burn a lot of calories and help us tone up at the same time. Importantly, as the guys are doing now, you need to get yourself a good warm-up, and that's working through all the major joints, mobilizing some basic movements. You can do some basic stepping up and down on the steps since you've got one, just to get you kind of warmed up a little bit. And then remember, for the workout, what we're going to do here is work in intervals of cardio and strength. So we're actually going to do 1 minute of cardio, and then we'll take 30 seconds, and then we'll go into 1 minute of strength exercises where your pulse will come down. It's going to be doing a lot of that. So with that 1 minute, what I'm suggesting is that we spend the first perhaps 15 seconds making sure we've got the technique right, and then we really start to ramp up the rate you're working at there. You want to be looking at getting to a 7, 8 out of 10 on your intensity scale there. So let's get ourselves warmed up. I'm assuming you guys are warmed up. If not, press pause and make sure you get a few of these mobilizing exercises done first. And we're going to move on to our first exercise. Now, we're going to run through the whole lot and just do one set. You might want to do 2 sets, so you could always do a second set afterwards, second circuit if you're feeling fit enough. But for now, let's get ourselves started. 30 seconds rest in between each. So since we're working for a minute and then doing a 30-second rest, we've got a 2-to-1 work-rest ratio. Remember, we talked about that before in our cardio training. So the first exercise, don't do anything just yet, with your little step platform, is 1 foot on. The shuffle is literally just to swap side to side. Try not to stamp on it, just keep it nice and easy. Are we ready to go, guys? Get close to that step, 1 foot on it. I'm going to take a minute on. Are you ready at home? Let's go. Up we go. Let's go. Get into a good pace. Oh, a little bit quicker than that. Come on. Beautiful. Try and keep the feet nice and light. Keep yourselves moving. Can we please know that's 10 seconds already. Come on, keep going at home. Onto the toes. Beautiful. Using the arms as well. Keeping the abs in tight. Good. Foot on the board. Excellent. Yours is going for a walk, I think. How are we doing at home? We're halfway through already. Can we go a little bit quicker? It's not really a question. Come on, keep it moving. Keep your arms moving. Up, 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 up. Come on, let's go. We've only got, 15 to go. Let's go with the arms as well. Come on, come on. We're into our last 10 seconds. Come on, come on. Keep it going. You're not out for a country hike, you know. Come on. Last few seconds. And take a rest there. Take a deep breath. Straighten up that step for me. You might find, like John's has just done, the step might move a little bit. Take a deep breath. Keep your feet moving. Taking our 30 seconds, I'm going to show you the next exercise. We're moving on to a press-up walk. So this is what's going to happen. One hand is on the step, one's off. We're going to walk onto the step, press up, onto the step, press up. If you start to get fatigued, you can drop your knees down. But if not, start in the full press-up. Are we ready, guys? Down we go. One hand on, one hand off, and 1 minute's worth. Let's go. We're away. Beautiful. Get into a good pace and go with it. Start with your full press-up position. If you start to fatigue, then we'll take that down to resting your knees on the floor. Let's go. Walk on, walk off, and press up. Chest down. Oh, is that a half press-up then, Jen? I hope not. Keep the abs in tight. We're working into the chest here. We're working into the front of the shoulders. We're working into the triceps at the backs of the arms. Excellent work. Looking good, looking good, looking good. We're halfway through already. Come on. Full press-ups. This is excellent. Come on, down we go. Keep breathing. How are we doing at home? Little strength work here. Getting into the chest, getting into the triceps, getting into the front of the shoulders. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Only about another, 45 minutes to go. I think I pressed the clock wrong. No, keep going. We've only got 10 seconds. We can do this. How are you doing at home? Stay with me. Do the last 10 seconds. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. And a couple more. There's one more rep there, Jen. And take a rest there. Well done, well done. Get yourselves up. Keep yourself moving. When you're taking that deep breath, just keep yourself moving on the spot. Get ready for our next exercise. That's strength. We're moving on to cardio again. So now we're doing an over the top. We're going all the way over, tapping and then coming back. So start from one side, doesn't matter which side you are. We're going to go over the top, tap the feet, It's a little, actually, if we're going to get into dancing terms, we're doing a chassé across the top of the board. Try not to go too far. What we're trying to do is control our lateral motion. And the idea is light feet, keep them quick. A little Billy Elliot on the board. Are we ready, guys? So if we're facing outwards, please. Facing that way for me. Are we ready at home? You're going across the board and back. And let's go. Over. Good. Quicker with the feet. Quicker, quicker, quicker. That's it. Quicker. Good. Come on, let's go. So over we go. And back. Come on. How are we doing? Lovely. Come on. Keep going with us. Over the top. Good. Come on, let's get that heart rate going. Moving those big muscle groups. Fabulous. Come on, we're working on that aerobic fitness now. Come on, a little bit quicker. Straight over, straight over. Don't dilly-dally. Oh, we're over halfway already. Good. Keep the feet light. Excellent. Preferably keep it quiet. Then we're getting less impact. Beautiful. Speed across the board. Speed across the board. We're into the last 15 seconds. Can we increase the pace on the last 15 seconds? Apparently we can. Up. Good. Good. We're into the last 5. Good speed, good speed. Excellent. And take a little rest there. Well done. You've got 30 seconds. Take a deep breath. Keep your feet moving when you take that deep breath. We're going to move on now to a little bit of strength work again, really getting into the hips and thighs in a 3-direction lunge. So what we're going to do here is put your right foot on the board. What you're going to do here is to take a lift with the knee. We're lunging forwards first of all. Take a long stride forwards, drop down through the knee. Lift it up, take it out to the side, squat down, take it round behind and back up. So a 3-direction lunge, we're going to the front. We're lifting, going to the side. Abs are in tight, lifting and down behind. Okay, let's get our right foot on the board, guys. Right foot on. Okay, are we good to go? Let's lift that knee first of all. Okay, get ready for your 1 minute. Let's go. Lunge down and up to the side and up, behind and up. Let's go. Lunge. Good. Out to the front, to the side, behind. Excellent. To the front. Come on, a little bit quicker. Up. Beautiful. And down. Good. Let's make those lunges deep. Can we go a little bit quicker? We've only got a minute. Come on, that's nearly halfway already. Come on, let's go. Really working into the hips and thighs here. Fabulous exercise. A little bit of strength, but because we're using those big muscle groups now, it's beginning to get into the heart and lungs as well. We need to keep that oxygen getting through. We're down to 45. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Deep lunge. Down for the side, right the way behind. Excellent. Make sure you're on the ball of the foot on those lunges. We're into the last 5 seconds. Let's keep going. Looking good, guys, looking good. How are you doing at home? I'm hoping you're still with us. And take a little rest there. Well done. Keep yourself walking around. Keep your feet moving. Get some deep breaths in. Get yourself set ready for our next exercise. We've gone from strength. We're moving back onto cardio. This time we're going with jumping jacks. So our jumping jacks, you'll know the move. You know this jumping jacks move, but all I'm going to do with this is to use the board as well. So we're going to be jumping up and down. That's all we're going to be doing for our jumping jacks. Okay. You've got a couple more seconds. Get your breath back. How are we doing? Keep yourself moving. Remember, we talked about blood pooling when we talked about the cardiovascular system. So it's important to keep moving. You don't want to stop still, even if you need a breather. I hope you're taking some sips of water along the way as well. Okay, let's get ourselves ready. Feet either side. Let's face outwards, please. Get ready. Feet straddle and away we go. Let's go. Jumping jacks up and down. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Light on your feet. Light on your feet. How are we doing at home? Come on. Up, 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 up. Come on, let's get that pace up. Let's get that pace up. That's 15 seconds. Come on, light on your feet, on the toes. Does it go a little quicker? Good. Looking good, John. Looking good. Keep it going, guys. Use your hands if you need to. Good. Get into a good rhythm. We're halfway through. Let's go. How are you doing at home? Fabulous. Keep it going. Keep it going. Does it go a bit quicker? Excellent. Thank you for not cursing at me then when I asked that question. Come on. We're into 15 seconds. You're on your sprint for home. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Up, up. Abs are in tight. Look how we're bending the knees, softening the ankles so we get nice soft landings. Beautiful. Last few seconds. And take a rest there. Keep yourself moving. Get a deep breath. Well done. Well done. You didn't fall off the board then, did you? Fabulous. Keep the feet moving. You won't be surprised to know that the next exercise, opposite of what we just did on the other side. So this time we're doing our 3-direction lunge on this side, to the side, up and down behind. So get yourself ready. We're going to be over to this side of our step. Let's get the left foot on. Get ready to lift your right knee up to the top. Oh, we're nearly there. That's our 30 seconds. Remember that work to rest ratio, 2-to-1. And away we go. Lift it up. 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 Abdominals in tight all the time. Get a good stride forward for that lunge. Sink down. Sink low. Keep going. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can we get a bit lower? Can we go a little bit quicker? Not really a question. Up. Lift it up and out. Really working into toning the hips and thighs. Moving those large muscle groups. So although we're on our strength exercise, still a little bit of cardio work going on here. Fabulous. Up. Good. Good. We're halfway through, team. Come on. Lift that knee up in between. Get it right up. Lift it right up. Good. Lift it right up. Keep the abs in tight. You'll get a little bit of a forward hinge from the hip on those lunges, but don't be rounding your spine. Keep the abs in tight. Good. Chest is lifted. Fabulous. Last few seconds. How are we doing at home? And we'll take a rest there. Keep the feet moving. Well done. Good work. Good work. Okay, we're going to move on to our next cardio exercise. Cardio exercise now is across the top. So what we're going to do, just as we did when we went over the top, which was this way, we're just going to make it a little bit more difficult now and do it long ways on the board. So you're starting at the side of the board, you're going all the way over and all the way back, yeah? I'm going to go with you, and let's go. Hup, all the way over, all the way back. Come on, let's go. Hup, hup, hup. How are you doing at home? All the way over the top. Come on. Come on, keep those feet moving. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. 15 seconds already. Come on. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Fabulous. Quick feet. Quick feet. Don't worry about the height. Get quick feet across the board. Let's get that shuffle moving. We're halfway through. Come on, guys. Doing well. Is that a bead of sweat there, John, I think? Absolutely brilliant. Well, that's the warm-up finished. Come on, let's go. You're smiling too much. That worries me. We've only got 20 seconds to go. Come on, team. How are you doing at home? Hang in there in the across the top. You're doing well. 10 seconds. Come on, we can do this. Keep going. Don't rest. In fact, if anything, for the last 5 seconds, speed it up. Speed it up. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And take a rest there. Well done. Keep your feet moving. Get some deep breaths. How are we doing at home? So we're going to move on to our next strength exercise. Keep yourselves moving for a second and just take a look at the next one. So we're going into our tricep dip. You're going to come around the front of your step for this one. Okay, dead simple. All I'm going to ask you to do is put the hands either side of your hips with the fingers pointing in the same direction you're facing. You're going to lift your backside off the bench. The knees are slightly bent. You're going down and back up. See that bend in the elbow? And then pressing from there gets into the tricep. Keep your abdominals in tight. Keep your chest lifted and your head up. Make sure there's nothing going on in the middle, just here for our tricep dips. Okay, let's get ourselves in position, guys, at the front of the step. Get yourself in position at the front of the step. Hands are just slightly wider than the hips. The fingers are pointing forwards. Lift your backside off. And are we ready to go? 1 minute, let's go. Now, this isn't too difficult, so let's get a good pace going. Down we go and back up. Backside down to the floor and up we go. Come on, come on. Let's get into a good pace and go with it. Come on, come on. Yes, beautiful. Working into the triceps now. Getting into the back of the arm here. But also a little bit of work on the core, keeping the abs in tight. Can we feel something going on in these triceps? That's what we're after. Into the triceps. Back of the arm. Look at those triceps. Wicked. Here's one I prepared earlier. Fabulous. Keep it going, keep it going. We're over halfway through now, so come on, let's turn up the pace. Turn it up. Come on, can we get a few more done, please? Keep it going, keep it going. You're into the last 15, yeah? We should be getting a little bit of burn. Remember that lactate we talked about, the lactic acid system. Remember we talked about that in lecture 13 in the energy systems. Come on, come on, come on. Work with it, work with it. Remember, if we can push that forwards and take a rest there, well done, we'll be able to burn more fat sooner. Good work, well done. Get yourself a breather, keep yourself moving. We're going to move on to a knee repeater on your right leg. So you're going to put your right foot on the board and you're going to be facing the corner. The right foot's going to stay on the board all the time and your left knee is simply going to go up, touch the floor, up, touch the floor. But we're going to go as quickly as you can for your 1 minute. Are we ready, team? Let's get the right foot on the board facing this way. Get ready with your left knee to come up and down. Keep that right foot on the board all the time. Are we set? 1 minute. I hope you're ready at home. Let's go. Up, up, up. Come on. Use the arms. Use the arms. Come on, imagine we're sprinting now. Let's go. Let's go. Fabulous. Keeping those abs in tight. Now, any good sprinter will tell you how important their core strength is. Remember, we define core strength as the ability to keep your trunk fixed, and because of that, it'll improve the efficiency, the speed, the power in your arms and legs. Look how Jen's staying fixed in the middle, really working those arms and legs. Come on, John, let's get that knee up a bit quicker. We've only got 20 seconds to go. Come on, come on, come on, we can do this. Knees up, knees up. We should be getting that temperature up. We should be getting those heart and lungs working. We're doing well. We're into the last 10. Come on, guys, let's go. How are we doing at home? Hang in there. Last 5. Come on, come on. Beautiful, and take a quick rest there. Well done, well done. Keep yourself moving. Going to move on to our next exercise. So we're going to change it now. Upper body, lower body. Let's get that vascular shunt we talked about in our cardiovascular lecture. That idea of moving the blood from one area to the other. So what I'm going to do now, I'll show you this one straight on, is a little sit up and reach. So I'm going to get myself down onto the bench for this exercise, starting from our normal sit-up position. But what I'm going to do is take one hand, reach it diagonally up and across. So I'm going to start with them down at my chest, but I'm reaching and getting that twist. So now I'm really getting into here, but I'm also getting into the obliques with that twist. So guys, if I can get you down on the bench facing outwards, brilliant. And you can pick which arm you want to reach with because it doesn't matter, you know you're going to do the other one on the next set, yeah? So the aim here is the feet are flat, the knees are bent. We're looking for our neutral spine position. What that means is a comfortable spine position. That's what we're after. Looking for a position where the lower back has got that little bit of an arch. Okay, so the hands are up by the shoulders. You can decide which hand you're going with, but when you sit up, I want you to reach across to the diagonal. Okay, so let's get ourselves set. 1 minute, away we go. Sit up and reach across. Beautiful. And let's reach a little bit higher up to there, up to here. Beautiful, that's it. Get a really good twist. Fabulous. Up and twist. Good. And a little bit higher on that reach. Let's get it up here. Reach up. Fabulous. And back down. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Working into the six-pack, into the rectus. We're also working into the obliques. Great work. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. We're doing well. Good work. Come on, team, come on. How are you doing at home? Fabulous. And reach. Beautiful. Up we go. Yes, 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 yes. Up we go. We've only got 15 seconds. How are you doing at home? Can we feel something going on in the abdominals? I'm going to take that deafening silence and say yes. Come on, come on, come on. We're doing well. We've only got 10. This is it. Come on, let's go. Get those last few reps. Work those abs. Work those abs. And take a quick rest. Well done, well done. Get yourself up. Have a little walk around. We don't want any blood pooling. Get some deep breaths. Get some oxygen in. Remember, getting that oxygen in is going to help to clear away the lactic acid. And let me show you what our next exercise is going to be. We're going on a side lunge. So one foot's on, one foot's off the step. And all we're going to do here is literally switch them over on the top. Yeah? Now what we're doing here is getting a little rotation through the waist as well. At the same time, how quick can we move those feet? Let's stand on the step facing outwards, please, team. 1 foot on. Get ready, 1 foot on the board. Are we ready to go? And let's go, 1 minute, come on. Keep that foot on the board and let's go. These are our side lunges. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, a little bit quicker. Don't go up, go across. I feel the need for speed, looking good. There you go, come on, come on. Does it go a little quicker? How are we doing at home? Come on, come on. These are our side lunges, getting that heart rate up, burning calories. This is what it's all about, improving our fitness level. And remember, we've already discovered that the fitter we are, the sooner we start to burn fat as an energy source. Let's get rid of that fat. Come on. Beautiful. Looking good. We've only got 20 seconds, guys. Let's turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Come on, come on. Excellent stuff. Doing well. How are you doing at home? I hope you're still with us. Good work, good work. Come on, come on. Looking good, looking good. Last 5. Can I get a couple more reps in there? And beautiful, hold it there, take a walk around. You've got your 30 seconds. Remember, we talked about that work to rest ratio, 2 to 1. We're working for a minute, 30 seconds to get ourselves set. Remember, we talked about the benefits of interval training. Great stuff. We're back down for our sit up and reach, only this time, whichever hand you went with last time, you're reaching the other way this time. Remember, you're gonna sit up, reach up and across. Get yourselves ready to go. And you know what? I'll take it now. Let's go. Sit up and reach up to that high diagonal. Yeah? So we're getting this work for the six-pack muscle. We're getting this work for the obliques as we sit up and reach across. Sit up and reach. Beautiful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm trusting you to swap sides. Don't let me down. Fabulous. Get into a good pace and go with it. Remember, we talked about breathing in our respiration lecture, and we talked about exhale on the exertion, yeah? So your exertion here is the sit up. So breathe out as you come up, breathe in as you go down. Good work, good work. We've only got 20 seconds to go. When I say we, obviously I mean you, because I'm just checking the clock, but somebody's got to do it. It may as well be me. Come on, guys, hang in there. How are we doing at home? If you need to have a quick rest, you can, but please join back in. Don't forget, we've only got 10 more seconds and then you can have a rest. Good work, good work. Come on, come on. Fabulous, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. And take a little rest, well done, well done. Get yourselves walking about. We're gonna go for a little speed skate movement. So, keep yourselves moving, but keep your eyes on me. We're straddling the step, and this time we're literally gonna speed skate from side to side. Get that heel up over the board. Let's get some lateral motion. And this is, if you remember our balance lecture, we talked about dynamic equilibrium. What we're doing here is controlling this movement. Remember, it's one of our skill-related fitness components. We talked about agility, we talked about dynamic balance. What we've got to control here is that whole lateral movement, that deceleration and back into acceleration to the other side. Secret to that is bending down on the knee, loading up the muscle so that we can go back in the other direction. Guys, let's get straddled. That doesn't sound right, does it? But you know what I mean. Let's lift one leg, get ready, and let's go. Side to side, let's go. Come on, hop, hop, hop. Like you're speed skating, get those arms moving side to side. Come on, get those arms moving, get those arms moving. Can we go quicker? What's happening here? It seems to have gone in slow motion at the back here. Come on, let's go. You've done 20 seconds already. Come on, guys. Beautiful. Shift the body right across. Swing the arms across. Good. The bigger the movement, the more calories we're going to burn. So make it big, make it big. You're halfway. Come on, come on. Looking good. Looking good. And looking very graceful. I think we might be calling you the Torvill and Dean of it. Does Torvill and Dean translate? I'm sure you know what I mean here. Looking good. Speed skating. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Although I don't remember Ravel's Bolero looking quite like this, but it doesn't matter, we're nearly there. 5 seconds, keep going at home, 5 seconds. And take a rest, well done, well done. Keep your feet moving, take some deep breaths. I'm gonna show you the next exercise. We're gonna move on here and put a little bit of work into the core muscles, but also particularly into the obliques at the side. What I'm gonna do is take one leg out, like so, The other leg, you can put it wherever's comfortable, in front, behind, wherever works for you. I'm going to drop the hips, and I'm going to do a hip hitch. Lift it up and drop it down. Lift it up and drop it down. I'm looking to avoid any rotation here and really get some work into here. Stay long from the top of your head down through your tailbone down to your heel. Keep a nice long position, yeah? Drop the hip, lift it up, drop the hip, no rotation, just drop and lift. Let's face it outwards, guys. Beautiful, there you go. Are we set? Get yourself balanced. And hang on. Let's go. Drop the hip and lift. Drop the hip and lift. Beautiful. Now this one is a much smaller movement than most of the other exercises you've been doing, but it's a really good exercise to work those core muscles, keep your abdominals pulled in tight all the time, but also really working into the obliques here. You can really feel how they work on stabilizing your lumbopelvic region, keeping your hips in that position. How are we doing? We're halfway through. How are you doing at home? Great stuff, keep going. Try to keep your breathing relaxed, try to keep your breathing constant while you're doing this. We've only got 20 seconds to go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's beautiful. How are you doing at home? Looking good, looking good. You'll be pleased to know we've only got a couple more exercises to do, so hang in there, you can do this. What a great way to spend 30 minutes. Fabulous. We've only got 10 more seconds. Was that a moan and a groan there I thought I heard? That's why they haven't got mics, so you can't hear them complaining. And take a rest there. Well done, well done. Walk about. Get your feet moving. Well done, well done. Did we feel that? Just nod. Yeah, I'm going to take that as a yes. Beautiful. We're going to move into our last little cardio. And this is, we've saved the best until last. It has to be said. So we're going to do a, is it the Wizard of Oz? It's the Wizard of Oz. It's the Wizard of Oz. Clicking your heels together. And you might want to wish that you were somewhere else when we do this. Because what we're going to do is click the heels together over the step. So basically, whatever energy you've got left, I think we're going to squeeze it out now. Yeah? Remember we said, when it comes to fitness, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. Yeah? So I'm going to let you probably have about 10 seconds of getting into the rhythm of the technique, and then we're just going to go like crazy. Okay, so facing outwards, straddle the step, please. Are we ready? Okay. Now, bearing in mind, this is the last little cardio one we're going to do, and then we're just doing that hip hitch on the other side, and we're done. So, whatever you've got, I want it now. Let's go. Hop, jump, touch those heels together, touch. Oh, are you having a rest in between there? Do you want me to bring you a coffee or something? Just get straight on with the next one. No rest in between. Come on. How are we doing at home? Click those heels together. I'm sure the Wizard of the Oz never looked like this, did it? I'm sure it didn't. Come on, hop, hop, hop. Come on, click those heels. You'll be pleased to know we are now halfway. Come on, come on, come on. Landing quietly if we can, please. The softer the landings, the easier it is on the joints. Come on, come on. Come on, let's go. A little bit quicker. Come on. Stop pretending you can't hear me. I know you can. A little bit quicker. Good, good. Last 20 seconds. You'll never do this again. Come on, come on. Actually, I hope you will. Just trying to make it sound easier. Let's go, let's go. We're into the last 10 seconds. Come on, guys. Come on. How are you doing at home? This should be getting close to, we should be on about 9.5 out of 10 here. Definitely. Last couple. And take a rest there. Keep your feet moving. How did you do? Oh, I can feel that. I don't know why I'm saying that. I wasn't doing anything. They were doing all the work. Okay, so we're then on to the other side. So you guys are going to be facing inwards this time when we go on to our last little exercise, the hip hitch. Remember this time, drop it down, lift it up, really getting into the core muscles, really getting into those oblique muscles. So let's set ourselves up. I think we're facing in this time. One hand down. You'll be pleased to know we're nearly there, guys. Okay. Hopefully I'm not stretching our relationship too much in asking you for one more minute, please. Let's go. These guys will never speak to me again after this. Drop the hip down and lift it up. Beautiful. Was that a grimace or a smile? I think it's a smile because we're nearly there. It's the last exercise. Good. Well done, well done. Well done. That's not real sweat. That's makeup. That's how we make that look. Come on, come on. But if you're getting a little bit of sweat on at home, that's good. Remember, we talked about waste products being carbon dioxide and water being heat. This is what's happening. Come on, come on. We're halfway through. You've got 30 seconds and then you'll never have to listen to me ever again. Come on, come on. But you will, because you're going to play this again, because as you get fitter, this is going to get easier. And who knows, you might build up from 1 minute to 1.5 minutes. Or you might actually do the whole thing in 2 circuits, who knows. Come on, we've only got a few seconds, and literally, I mean a few seconds. Guys, you're doing really well, really well. Woo. And take a rest there, well done, well done. If you want to sit yourself on the step and just have a couple of little stretches, you're done. So what we're going to do now is go down into a little cool down and stretch. You'll see we're doing a couple of mobilizing moves just like we did at the beginning, and then we're going to have that stretch for the major muscle groups. We're going to get into the quads because the legs have done some work. We'll get into the hamstrings. We'll have those little stretches. And remember, if you're not too sure stretch techniques, we've got that flexibility workout for you. You can do them then. So we've got nothing more than a step. That's all it is, a little step platform. You might have one gathering dust in the garage. You might have one sitting around in the cupboard under the stairs. It's going to be one of those places you don't often look for it. It'll be covered in dust, but they're a great tool to use. If you haven't got one, they're easy to get a hold of. They're not too expensive. And as you can see, all those cardio, all those strength exercises, you're going to get some results with this. So get yourself a step. Get sweating. Hi and welcome to your dumbbell workout. Now, another home workout. The dumbbell workout is great because you don't have to have dumbbells. You may have some sitting around in your garage gathering dust, or they're relatively cheap to get a hold of anyway. But if you don't have them, this workout you can improvise with a couple of tins of beans, a couple of bags of sugar, something like that. Now, as we've already seen in other lectures in this series, weight training brings a number of health benefits, including reduced risk of osteoporosis, lower blood pressure, and shorter gastrointestinal transit time. But when it comes to changing your shape, it really is the #1 choice due to its effect on raising your metabolic rate, so helping you to burn more energy quickly, and also it can seriously resculpt your silhouette. Now, who wouldn't want to drop some fat from here and maybe firm up a little more there? Now, it's important at this juncture to remember that muscle training comes with a few common myths. Probably the most important one being that women will bulk up, become big and bulky if they do weight training. Now, we've looked at this before. The key to muscle growth is a testosterone hormone, and women simply don't naturally possess this in their bodies in high enough concentration to produce Arnie's arms or Sly's shoulders. However, to ensure you get the best from this workout, we're going to work on a principle called time under tension theory, the TUT theory. Now, this states the longer a muscle is forced to work against resistance, the more damage will be caused to the muscle fibers, and therefore the greater will be the adaptations in their structure. So, to put it plainly, the harder you work, the better the results you'll achieve. But if you followed the other lectures in this series, you'll already know that. Now, what we're going to use here is a continuous rhythm pattern. So this following pattern of counts has been devised to enable that we exhaust all the muscle fibers. So it's important to follow this count. Now, I'm going to explain this to you very briefly, but you'll get the hang of it as we go along. We're going to do 8 singles. We're going to do 4 twos. We're going to do 4 threes, and then 2 sevens. If you kind of remember that, you'll get the hang of it as we go along. Now, to help you with the rhythm, you'll need your MP3 player or some tracks playing, some music playing that's ideally in the mid-range of beats per minute. If the music's too fast, the singles, the 8 singles we do, will be impossible to complete, ending up with short movements. And if the music's too slow, when you come to the sevens, they'll take an eternity, probably leaving you in tears. Now, beginners should be aiming for maybe 1 to 2 sets. Advanced people, to progress this, you can do these exercises 3 sets of each exercise. Now, what we're going to do are just 3 sets for you today that are going to cover your whole body. And the beauty of this is we're going to work upper and lower body alternating. The beauty of that is that we start to shift the blood from one part of the body to the other that will lead to a greater calorie burn, but also while one part of the body is resting, we can work another part of the body, and in that case, we won't need the rest in between, so we can get more work done in a shorter time. So, sounds good, the high-speed train. So, let's get some music and get started. Remember, you need about a 5-minute warm-up like the guys have hopefully done behind me right now. And we're going to start with a set of legs and back. So the music starts now. Be careful how you pick up your weights. Bend your knees, please. Take a hold of them. Keep your abdominals in really tight. Take them to the side. Shoulders are back and down. Abdominals are pulled in. Feet about hip width. We're going to squat down. Single counts. There's down and up. And again, let's go. Down. Have we got the hang of that? Okay, let's go with our single count. Down. And 2. Beautiful. And 3. Keep going. And 4. Remember, we want 8 of these. There's 5. Abs in tight. 6. Heels down. And 7. Now we're going to slow the count. 2 counts down. 1, 2, and up. See how we go a little slower. Down. Sitting down. Keep the abs in tight. 2 counts. 1, 2, and 1 more of those, please. 1, 2. Now we get our 3s. 3 counts down. 1, 2, and 1 up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. How you doing at home? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. And again, please. 1, 2. Now the 7s. Slowly, slowly go. 1, 2. Shoulders back and down. 5, 6, 7. Do that again, please. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Can we feel that in the legs? Can we feel that in the buttocks? And press up. Beautiful. Hold it. Give the legs a little shake. Bring the dumbbells round in front. The knees are slightly bent. Keep the abdominals tight. Now we're going to hinge from the hip. You're going to take a lean forwards. Drop the dumbbells down to just below the knees. Don't let the back round. Keep the abdominals in tight. Tilt the top of the head towards me. Here we go. Get ready to row. 5, 6, 7. Go. Lift and down. Elbows up and high. Up. Beautiful. Abs are in tight. Lift. Elbows high. Make sure you're leaning forwards. Top of the head to me. Can we go for our 2 counts, please? Up, 2, and down. Now we're really working into the upper back. 2, and down. Between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids, squeeze them together. Up, 2. What about 3 counts? 1, 2, 3, and down. How you doing? Up, 2. Little bit of work into the bicep at the front of the arm. Up, 2, 3, and also the rear of the shoulder. Up, 2, 3. Should we try 7s? It's not really a question. Up, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5, 6, 7. One more time. Let's go. Up, 2, 3. How you doing? 4, 5, 6, 7. Down. Straighten yourself up. Give your shoulders a little roll. Give the legs a little shake. Okay, so we've done legs back. Let's go straight back to legs. Put your right leg forwards, left leg behind. On the ball of the foot. Shoulders are back and down. We're going to lunge. Drop the knee down. Down. And lift. Down. Beautiful. Keep going. Down. Fabulous. Keep going. 4 more, please. Down. How you doing? Down. Good. Abs in tight. 2 counts this time, please. Down. Down and up. Up. Slow down. Down. Down and up. Beautiful. And down. Down. Working into the front of the thigh. And again. Down. Down. 3 counts down. 1, 2, 3. See how we're on the ball of the foot? 3, 2, 1. And up. 3, 2, 1. And up. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Can I take 7s? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more of those, please. 7, 6. Can we feel anything in the legs yet? I hope so. Down, down, up. Beautiful. This is what we do. Bring that foot up slightly. You're going to put this dumbbell down. You're going to rest your elbow on there, right on right. Keep your hips, chest, shoulders facing the front. Drop it down, elbows slightly bent. Get ready to prone fly. Lift it up. Lift. Up. Really working into the back of the shoulder. Upper back. Lift. How are we doing? Lift. Lift. Okay, now it's getting tough. 2 counts. Up. 2. Down. 2. Up. Abs are tight. Press into this knee. Make sure you're supporting your weight. Don't twist your body. Up, 2, and down. 3 counts up. 1, 2, 3, and again. Up, 2, 3. Come on, you can do this. Up, 2, 3. One more, let's go. Up, 2, 3. You know what's after 3. 7, up, 2, 3, 4. I should have gone with a lighter weight. 6, 7, let's go. We can do this. Up, 2. This is real sweat, you know. Hand up. 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Pick up the other dumbbell. Up we get. Swap over legs. Your upper body can rest because you're going on to legs. You've now got your left leg forwards. Right foot on the ball of the foot. Shoulders back and down. Remember not to twist this rear leg on the lunge. Yeah? Chest lifted, head up. In 5, 6, 7. Go single. 2. Good. 3. Looking good. Give me 4 more of those, please. 4. 3. And 2. Shoulders back and down. 2 counts. Down, down, up, up. Down, working into the front of the thigh. 2 counts. Down into the hamstrings at the back of the thigh. And down, down. 3 counts down. 3, 2, 1, and up. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Squeezing into the buttocks as well. 3, 2, 1, and up. Can we feel this in the legs? 3, 2, 1. 7 counts. Come on. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 1 more of those. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smile. 5, 6, 7. Well done, well done. Good work for the legs. Now we're going to move to the prone fly on the other side. If you're starting to get fatigued like the guys are doing here, this would be a good time to swap to a slightly lighter weight. It's important to get your form dead right. Now to set this up, put the other one down, rest your left arm on the left leg, drop the right hand down with a slight bend in the elbow, get ready to lift. In 5, 6, 7, let's go. Single and down. Up, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Don't let your body twist. 4 more, please. And up. Keep going. 2 more. Up. 1 more. 2 counts this time. We lift. Up, up, and down. Beautiful. Don't let the body move. Up, and down. Really working into the back of the shoulder. Up, and down. Down, and into the center of the back. Beautiful. 3 counts this time. We squeeze. Up, 2, 3, and keep those hips square to the front. Up, 2, 3. Beautiful. Can we feel this working? Up, 2, 3, and down. Don't twist. Up, 2. You know what comes next. 7, please. Up, 2, 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more. Abs are tight. Up, 2. Keep your chest facing the floor. Don't twist. Up, up. Beautiful. The good news is you can put that down. Take a little rest. Get yourself towel down. Get yourself a sip of water. Now's a good time to have a quick break. That's legs and back. We're going to shift on now and do our second set, which is going to be legs and shoulders. A little bit of extra work for the hips and thighs. Why not? Okay, so let's grab those dumbbells, please, guys. Careful how you pick them up. The feet are going to go wide. The knees and the toes are going to point outwards, yeah? We're going to rest the dumbbells on top of the thighs, right at the top. Get ready. For our plie, push the knees out, down, and 2. Now, the great thing about this, as well as working in the front and back of the thigh, we're starting to get into the inner thigh as well. The adductors. Beautiful. 2 counts, please. 1, 2, and down. Abs are tight, heels down. Look how the knees follow the line of the toes. Down and up. Fabulous. Down, down. 3 counts down. Slowly. 1, 2. Come on, get your money's worth. Hand up. Down. Can we feel that in the legs? Let's go. Down. Chest lifted. And again. Down. Now, you're probably getting the hang of this by now. After 3s, we've got 7, 6, 5. Come on. 4, 3. Grit your teeth. 2, 1. 1 more of those, please. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Walk the feet in slightly. Hip width. Knees are slightly bent. Elbows slightly bent by the side. Get ready for your lateral raise. We're going to lift the arms up to the side, just about to head level, and we're also going to tilt the little finger slightly higher. Get ready. In 4 and 3, abs are tight. Let's lift. Up and 2. How are we doing? Working into those shoulders. The legs are getting a rest. Give me 4 more. 4 and 3. Keep it going. And 2 and 1. 2 counts this time. Up, up, and down, down. Knees are slightly bent. Up, up, and down, down. Let's go. Up, up, and down, down, up, up. 3 counts up. Go. Up, 2. Working into those deltoids. Let's go. Up, 2, 3. 2 more of those. We can do it. Up, 2. Abs are tight. And again. Up, 2. 7s. We can do this. Up, 2, grit your teeth. 3, come on. 4, look at that shake. 5, 6, 7. 1 more of those. At this point, I'd normally say, do you want fries with that shake? But I won't. And up, and up, and up, and up. Back to the pliés. Legs wide, please. Rest the dumbbells on top of your thighs. Make sure the knees and toes are pointing out. Your shoulders can have a little bit of a rest while we work back into the legs. Now remember, when we sit down, don't stick the backside out. Try and keep the backside down underneath. Make sure the knees follow the line of the toes. In 4, in 3, in 2. Let's see what you can do. Sit down. Down. Beautiful. Abs tight. Super. Can we feel something in the inner thighs? Down. As well as the front and back of the thighs. As well as the buttocks. 2 counts, please. 1, 2, and up. 2. Nice and low. As far as you can comfortably go. And again, 1 and 2 and up. Last time. Now we're going to change things slightly. Down for 1, up for 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. So the reverse of what we did last time. Up, 2, 3. Hope I didn't startle anyone then when I just yelled. And up, down, 2, down for 1, up for 7. Let's go. Down, slowly. 1, don't get up there too soon. Up, no prizes for coming first. 1 more time, down we go. Down, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are you doing at home? Beautiful. Walk them in. Slightly bent knees. And the reason we bend the knees slightly is what that does is protects us from swaying backwards and forwards, which puts a lot of strain on the lower back. So the knees are always slightly bent. Bring the dumbbells up. Palms facing you, knuckles facing me. Now all we're going to do on this press is to get a little twist. As we press up, we twist the palms to the front. Get ready. 4, 3, 2, shoulder press. Up. 2. How are we doing? 3. Don't lock the arms out at the top. Keep going. 4 more. 4, 3. Good. Looking to not quite lock the elbows at the top. 2 counts, please. Up, 2, and down. Beautiful. Control momentum. Up, 2. See how the elbows stay slightly soft at the end. Up, and 2, and down. And again. Up, 2, down, up for 3. 1, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3. Come on, we can do this. Up, 2, 3. 1 more of those. Up. You know what comes next. 7, 7, 7. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more. Go. Up. 2, 3. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7. And take it down. Put the dumbbells down. Careful how you do it. Use the knees. Get yourself a sip of water. Towel yourself down. Get ready for your last set. So that was your shoulders and legs. We've done back and legs. What should we work on next? What about chest and abdominals? Problem region for a lot of us. So we're going to get down onto the mat, onto an all fours position, please. So what we're going to do here is use the dumbbells as a rest for our press up position. So the hands are going to be on the dumbbells. Yeah? Okay. So we're going to be on the knees or in the full press up position, whichever you feel confident with. I would warn you, full press up position, this does get tough. Either way, whether you're in the full position or on the knees, abdominals are in tight, the elbows are going out to the side. Press and don't lock the arms when we get to the top. Are we ready? Set up your position. Maybe a full position. Don't know why I'm looking at you. Or maybe on the knees. Definitely looking at you. In 5, 6, 7, go down and press. 2 and 3. How are we doing? Give me 4 more of those, please. There's 4. Yep. 3. Come on. 2. 2 counts down, 2 up. 1, 2, up, 2. Good. Down. 2 and up for 2. Down, down, up, up. Good. Down. Keep the abdominals in tight all the time. Down for 3. Down, 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 and up. Down, 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 and up. Come on. Down, 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 and up. Keep those abs in tight. Down, down. 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Let's go. 1, 2. You can do this. 3, 4, 5. How are we doing at home? 7. Beautiful. You can take a little rest there. You're going to flip yourself over. Feet this end, head there. So we're going to work into the abdominals now. A little bit of work. Simple crunch. All we're going to do is a simple crunch, but we're still going to use that timing, that count. So for this exercise, I want to make sure you've got your hands back, elbows back. The hands are there to support the weight of the head, to take the stress off the neck. So lay yourselves back down, please. Fabulous. Hands behind your head. Feet are about hip width apart. Now all we're looking for is a squeeze in the abdominals to lift the shoulders off the mat. That's all we're going to do. Get ready. Using the same count we've been using. Focus on your muscles in the tummy. In 5, 6, 7, sit. Up and down. 2 and down. Up we go. Up and down. Up. 4 more. 4. Concentrate on squeezing the ribs closer to the hips. Up. 2 counts now, please. Up, up, and down, down. Come on. Up, up, and down. Looking good. Let's go. Up, up, and down. Keep your elbows back. Up, up, and down. 2 more. Up, up, and down. 1 more. Up. Okay, 3 counts. 3 counts up. We go. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Last one. Up, 2. Now you know what comes after 3s. Let's go. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. 1 more. Up, 2. Keep those elbows back. 4, 5, 6, 7, and down. Beautiful. Turn yourselves over. We've only got 2 more things to do. That's 1 more set of the press-ups. We're going to do the slow count in the other direction. 1 more set of sit-ups and we're done. Looking good, guys. Looking good. This is not fake sweat. You know that. Set yourself up for the press-up position. Remember the tips. Abdominals are in tight. Nice little comfortable curve in the lower spine. Remember not to lock the arms out at the top. Are we ready? In 4 and 3 and 2. Press-ups. Let's go. Down and press. And 2. Good. Good form. Down. Keep your abdominals in tight. 1 more. 2 counts, please. Down, down, up, and up. Down, down, up, and again. We go. Down, down, and up. Up, down, down. Down for 1, up for 3. Down, up 1, 2. I saw that. Down, up 1, 2, 3. Down, up 1, 2, 3. Down, up 1, 2. Now it gets tough. Down, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, 1 more of those. Down, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Turn yourselves over. It's time for your sit-ups. Last set. This is the last exercise you're going to do. We're going to do exactly the same thing, but this time your slow counts will be on the way down rather than on the way up, just like we did with the press-ups. Hands behind the head. Beautiful. Feet are about hip width apart. Make sure you've got that comfortable position, neutral spine, that comfortable lower spine position for 4, for 3, for 2. Let's go. We sit up and down, 2 and down. Beautiful. Focus on pulling the ribs to the hips. Really focus on a spring in the abdominals. Squeeze it together and down. 2 counts slowly. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, and down, and down. Up, and down, and down. Last time. Up, and down. Now, hold it there. We're going up for 1 and down for 3. Okay, get ready. Get right up. Up, down 1, 2, 3. Up. Good. 1, 2, 3. Sit up. Down 1, down 2, down 3. Sit up. 1, 2. Up for 1, down for 7. Up. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. You can do it. Up. Down 1, 2. Don't time me yet. 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. And hold it there. Pull your knees into your chest and have a little rest. You'll be pleased to know you're done. Chest and abs, chest and abs, chest and abs. Great little exercise there. The press up, not just the chest, you're also getting into those trouble areas, into the triceps. So you've got a total body workout there. What we're going to do now is possibly fall asleep. We're going to have a little stretch. And remember, it's a good idea, if you can't remember any stretches, to look at that flexibility DVD. You've got the whole workout there with a range of stretches. You need to be holding your stretches at this point when you're nice and warm for about 15 to 30 seconds. That'll be ideal. And that'll help you gradually cool down. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Well done. Now, whether you're a hardcore combat fanatic or have no boxing or martial arts experience at all, you can expect to get great results from this combat workout. Combining cardio punching and kicking rounds to burn calories with unique sculpting moves, this routine is guaranteed to reshape your whole body at the same time as helping to improve your suppleness, enhance your concentration skills, and give you extra confidence. Now, while some estimates of martial arts-based classes have suggested calorie burning may reach as high as between 500 and 800 calories each hour, the American Council on Exercise Research suggests that only very large individuals working out at exceptionally high intensities are likely to burn that many. However, you can still realistically expect to expend 350, 450 calories during a typical workout, which is a significant amount if weight loss is your goal. Now, in addition to raising your heart rate, making this good for cardio gains, fatiguing the muscles, making it good for endurance gains, and moving the limbs through a full range of motion, making it good for flexibility gains, a combat workout doesn't just benefit these health-related fitness components. You may remember from our very first presentation in this series, we talked about the components of fitness. We talked about health-related and also skill-related components of fitness. And this is where this workout really comes to the fore. We can work on agility, we can work on balance, we can work on coordination, our power, our reaction time, all things that really are quite unique to this type of workout. As always, here are a few guidelines to ensure that you exercise safely, because you're going to get off the sofa and join us today. And this will make sure you get the maximum benefit from your blood, sweat and tears. Metaphorically speaking, of course. So first of all, it's always important to have around a 5-minute warm-up, as the guys are doing now, with some gentle movements such as arm swings, knee lifts, shoulder circles, etc., just to mobilize your joints. Also add a little marching on the spot just to get your heart rate up slightly and begin to increase your core body temperature. Remember, that's all about reducing your risk of injury. If it's possible, check your technique in the mirror, particularly your posture. You've got to be careful not to round your shoulders. Try not to be a pseudo boxer, and also keeping your tummy pulled in at all times. I'll allow you, particularly when we're kicking, to take a slight lean backwards, but not to sink into your hips. And you can see the difference there in the alignment of my spine. Now, be careful to control momentum, and I'll keep reminding you of this as we go through the workout. I don't want you to be locking out your arms or locking out your knees on the kicks. It's about keeping them soft and controlling them. And then at the end, you'll probably cool down with about 2 minutes of light shadow boxing, something like that. And then we'll go into the stretches of the major muscle groups. So why don't we get started? Let's get a little bit of music. Are we ready to go? Now, I'm going to be putting the right leg forwards for your left and my left for your right, so that you're mirroring what I'm doing. So what that means now is put your right leg forwards, please. Okay, hands up, practice your mean face. Now, this is what we're going to do. Take a little bounce on the spot. Now, I'm going to give you the choice how hard you want to work. You can choose. If you want to keep the intensity fairly moderate, we're just taking this little bounce on the legs. Keep your hands up. If you want to increase that intensity, you'll be on your toes. Now, I'll probably be shouting at you an awful lot for the next 30 minutes to get on your toes to make sure we burn more calories. But if you need to take that little sit down, that's fine. Okay, we're going to learn, first of all, 3 blocks. We're going to learn to defend your face. Okay, get ready. The first thing we do is move our feet. Every technique goes from the feet first. We work from the ground up. Push that right foot to me. Push your right foot forwards to me. Push. Okay, now, the great thing about this, it's a whole body workout because for any technique to be effective, you have to use your whole body. Push your hips forwards. Push. So you're now moving into a lunge. We're going to add a rising block. Are we ready? Up to defend your face. Push. How are you doing? Push it up and again. Give me a couple more. Lovely. Some tension in the arms. Double time, please. Let's go. Up. Up. Come on, time to do some work. Push it up. Imagine someone's trying to take a swing for you. You've got to defend your face. Up. Abs are tight. Little tension in the arm. Give me a couple more. One more. And hold it there. Take a little walk around. Change legs. Get your breath back. And sit it down. Are we ready to go on the other side? Your left leg forwards. We start from the bottom, work our way up. Push. Push. Best form of defense is attack. So push forwards. Push. Good. Now the hips come with you. It's turning into a lunge. Beautiful. Rising block. Up. Left with left. Good. And push. How are you doing? Hope you're doing this at home and not sitting on the sofa. Come on. Push. Beautiful. Push. Can we double time that, please? Go. Up. Up. Come on, do some work. Pull your abs in tight. Good. Little tension in the arm. Make sure those muscles are doing some work. Give me just 4 and 3. Hold it. Change legs. Beautiful. Sit down. Let's do some work. You can now defend your face. Let's defend your body. Cross. That's the technique we're looking for. Across your chest. Okay, let's start to build it up. Feet first. Push. Push. Beautiful. Push. Now, into a little lunge. Push. Using your hips. Good. We're going across your chest. Are you ready? Right hand. Cross. 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 Give me one more. Should we double time? Speed it up. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Push it across. Little tension in your arm. Tension in the arm. Make sure you keep it in line with your chest. Don't go too high. We're defending the chest. Good. Give me 4 more. 4 and 3. Abs are tight. 2. 1 more. Hold it there. Change legs. Well done, guys. Sit down. Sit down. Beautiful. Get your breath back in between. How are you doing at home? Let's push that foot forwards. Push. And push. Looking good? Good. Hips come with it. Push. All the power's here. All the power's in the middle. Good. Arm across. Chest. Left and left. Good. Cross your chest. 1 more slow. Double time. Let's do some work. Push. Come on. Defend yourself. Push. And again. Push. Just give me 4 more. There's 4. There's 3. There's 2. Change legs. Beautiful. You can defend your face. You can defend your body. We're now going to defend low down. Okay. From the feet first. Right foot to me. Push the right foot to me. Push. Make sure the hips are coming with it and we'll go down. Down. Give me a little sink. Down. Now be careful. Remember I said at the top, don't lock out the arm. Keep it slightly bent. Down. Can we go double time? It's not really a question. Go. And down. And down. And down. Give me 4. Give me 3. 2. Beautiful. Change legs. You've got to imagine someone's taking a kick straight at you. For 4 and 3 and 2. Push that foot forwards. Left. Come on. And push. How are you doing? Let's go. Now we're working in rounds. Make sure your hips are coming. You'll get a rest soon, so stay with me. Down. Down. Left. Careful not to log. Beautiful. Give me 4 more of those. How are we doing? Imagine that kick coming towards you. Block it down. Double time. Let's work. 1, 2. Boom. Yes. Down. Your other hand, anywhere you like. Like Frank's, have it up. or you can have it down there. Just keep it close. Last one, hold it there, change. One more thing. You now have 3 blocks. Is there any chance we can put those 3 blocks together? Take a little sit. We can do this. Sit down. So, rising block. Rise, cross, down, on your toes. 5, 6, 7, up, cross, down. Can we go a little quicker? You know you can. Let's go. Up, cross, down. And again. Up, cross, down. 2 more like that. Up, cross, down. Just 1 more. Up, cross. Do some work. Get on your toes. Double time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How are you doing? 3 different blocks. Up, cross, down. Yes, come on. You can defend yourself. 1 more. Change legs. That's not fake sweat. That's not makeup. It really is getting warm in here. So, put those blocks together. Up, cross, down. 1 more, that's slow. Up, cross, down. Slightly quicker. Up, cross, down. Get ready. Up, cross, down. Beautiful. Let's go. Up, cross, down. Come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Give me 4 more of those. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Up, cross, down. Boom, boom, boom. Can I get 2 more, please? 1, 2, 3. Last time. Let's go. 1, 2. Now, hold it there. Take a quick time out. Go get yourself a sip of water. Quickly come back. You've got 3 blocks. We're going to move on to the punches next. Hurry up. Okay, so you've done your blocks. We're now going to move on to our punches. Now, there are 4 punches. As with everything, to generate the power that's all in the middle, we need to start from the ground up. Okay, so feet first. Push your right foot to me. Right. Push it. Right. Beautiful. Now, make sure you're taking your whole body with you. Bring your hips forwards. Hips. Beautiful. Now, all we're going to do is place it, the right hand on the chin. Place it. Nice and easy. Place. Beautiful. Make sure the arm doesn't lock out. We can now add a little bit of snap to it. Snap it back. Can we go double time? Let's go. 1, 2. Come on. Let's go. Push. Make sure you're not locking the arm out. Make sure there's some tension in your abs. Give me 4 more. Just 4. Just 3 and 2 and change legs. Get a breather in between. Remember, you can always squat down or stay on your toes. Hands up. Look mean. Foot first. Good. Good. Make sure you're bringing the rear hip forwards. Push your hips. Some work going on in those glutes. Push. Should we place the punch? On the chin. Just place it first. Make sure you're accurate. Straight down the middle. Good. Push. Don't lock it out. Can we add a little bit of snap to it? Let's go. Snap it. Snap it back. Good. Make sure it doesn't lock out. Good. Couple more. Last couple. Abs in tight. Other hand ready. Double time. Let's go. Push. Push. Shoulders down, relaxed. Abs in tight. Is there something going on here? Make sure you're pushing. Give me 4 and 3 and 2. Change legs. Beautiful. So, we're going to move on to the cross or reverse punch, yeah? Give me a little squat down. Important thing here is to get your body in the right position. So your rear foot, your left foot, turn it around. Look how that twists. Twist. Now that allows you to twist your body. Twist. Now we get some power when that left hand comes straight down the middle to the chin. Boom. How are we doing? Push. Good. Can we add a little bit of a snap to it now? Pull. 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 Good. Should we go double time? Boom. Boom. Come on, how are you doing? Twist your body. All the power's just here. That's why we're getting this big twist. Look at that twist. And also, working through your core, working through your obliques. Hourglass figures. Come on. Boom. 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 Give me 4 more. There's 4. 3, 2. Change legs. Get your breather with just the right foot. Twist it. Twist the right foot. Twist. Now the hip. Turn it to me. Good. Now the right hand on the chin. How you doing? Hope you're still with us. Good. Add the little snap. Pull it back. Pull it back. Twist. Let's go double time. Let's do some work. 1. Come on. Come on. Twist. 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 Twist the body. Go. Boom. Boom. Come on. Give me 4. 3, 2. Hold it there. Beautiful. Change legs. We're back onto the front. This time, look for the twist on your right leg. Twist. Twist. On the ball of the foot, turn it in. Now the body can turn. Now you see how we can get some power into what's going to be round the corner with a hook. Round. Elbow high. Good. We're going round the side of the head, side of the jaw. Good. Round with the body. Beautiful. Double time. Let's go. Boom. Boom. Push. How you doing? Come on. Hope you're still with us. You can do this. Give me 4, 3, 2, and change legs. Left leg forwards. Just a twist. 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 Make sure onto the ball of the foot. Turn the knee. Now we'll add the body. Rotating through the core. Twist. Twist. Beautiful. Shoulders down. Head up tall. Round the corner. Boom. Boom. Come on. Your hands are lethal weapons. Double time. Boom. 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 Come on. Twist. How you doing? Let's go. Twist. Elbow high. Give me 4 more. Just 4. Just 3. Just 2. Fabulous. Change. 1 more punch. I did promise you 4. This is like the second one. The left foot twists forwards. Now, instead of just turning your body to the front, this time I want you to lift it. Lift. Lift. Keep going where you are. So, the movement is like that. Lift. Lift. See it? Lift. Beautiful. Because now we're going to add the uppercut. Up. Under the chin. Under the chin. Up. See how the legs are working now? You're going down and up. And up. Beautiful. Up. Okay, double time. Come on, speed it. Up. 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 Come on, do it like you mean it. You need to picture somebody in front of you really don't like. Not me. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Well done, well done. Change it. Same feet as the second one. Just a twist. How you doing? Good. Twist. Remember, the body this time down and up. Down and up. Good. Work those legs. Getting into your quads. Getting into your hamstrings at the back. Getting into the glutes. Up. Fabulous. Right hand, chin. Come on. Up. Twist your body into it. Fabulous. How you doing? Come on, up. Up. Super. Up. Okay, double time. You know it's coming. Let's go. Up. 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 Twist the foot. Twist the body. Down and up. Give me 4 more. 4. Come on. 3. You can do this. 2. And 1. Oh, change it over. Okay. You may remember with the blocks, we learned 3 blocks, then we put them together. Same thing with the punches. Right leg forwards. Take a little squat down. Get your breath back. So, nice and slowly. Yeah? Hands up. Punch. Twist. Twist the front foot. Twist the back foot and up. Yeah? A little bit of work. Remember we talked about coordination in those skill-related fitness components. So, nice and slow. In 4, and 3, and 2. Come on, let's put it together. Jab. Cross. Hook. And up. On your toes. Remember, all the power comes from here. If this isn't moving, then neither are you. So, let's go. We push. 1. Twist. Twist. Up. Hold it. Are you ready? In 4, 3, 2. Jab. Cross. Hook. Up. On your toes. Last time, slow. Jab. Cross. Hook. Up. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Speed it up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up. We go. Jab, cross, hook, up. 4 more. You can do it. 1, 2, 3. Up. Let's go. Beautiful. And again, go. Look at the legs. Look at the legs. 1 more. 1, 2. Beautiful. Change legs. Can we skip it on a little quicker now? Because you know what's coming. Left leg forwards. In 5, 6, 7. Jab, cross, hook, up. Yeah? Make sure the legs are moving. Make sure the body's moving. Jab, cross, hook, up. In 4. This is your last time slow. Let's go. Boom. Boom. That sounded a bit mean then. Sorry. Come on. You can do this. Let's do this. In 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, up. And again. 1, 2, 3, up. We start with the jab. Jab, cross, hook, up. Come on. 1, 2. Don't get flustered if you get it wrong. If you get 1 or 2 wrong, that's okay. As long as you're moving, you'll be improving. Just so long as it doesn't look like that. 1, 2, 3, up. 1 more, please. 1, 2, 3, and hold it there. Take a breather. Quick timeout. Get yourself a quick drink. You now have 3 blocks, 4 punches. Quickly come back and we'll add on to it 3 kicks. Welcome back, guys. So now you've got 3 blocks, you've got 4 punches, and we need to finish it off. We're going to learn 3 kicks. A front kick, a side kick, a round kick, all 3 quite different. Now, beauty of this is, I'm going to set up each technique with a step first. So, we're going to start nice and slowly. I want to get your hips in the right position. You're going to take your left foot and step it up nice and slow. Step. We're going to lift the other leg, your right leg. We're going to put it down. We're going to take it back. Take a little bounce. So that's generally where we're going. Step, lift, down and back. Are we ready? Nice and slowly, we'll go. Step, right, back and down. We're just working on that right leg. Take a step up first. When you step, make sure you point your toes to the front, towards me. Because what I need you to do is keep your hips, chest, shoulders facing the front. Because the power, like we said, is in the hips. So I want to push them forwards. Do we see that? Little step and push. Keep going. When you step, push the hips in. This is where the power is, in the glutes. Push. Good. But do you notice? The head tilts back slightly so I still get a nice long line through the spine. We'll add the front kick to that. Step, flick, back. Now you're actually kicking here with the ball of the foot. So in reality, you pull the toes back. But what I'm concerned about is just making sure it's not going up in the air. The kick's going forwards. Step, push it forwards. 1 more, step, beautiful. Can we go double time? Let's do some work. Step, kick, step, kick. Beautiful. Now I want you to keep your hands up. Remember, you're a lean, mean fighting machine. We're not doing this. This is not the Charleston. Hands up, push. Good. Push your hips forwards. Abs are tight. Shoulders down. Good. And hold it there. Turn it around. Let's build it up nice and slow off the other side. So remember, first of all, step with the right, lift the left, down and back. Take a deep breath. Be aware of abs in tight, shoulders back. Let's go. Step, lift, down, back. How are you doing? Lift. Now you may notice fighters, boxers, will normally have either one side or the other. They'll either be orthodox or southpaw. We'll all have a stronger, more flexible, easier to coordinate side. So you may notice as you swap from side to side, one side's not as good as the other. That just means we need to do a bit more work on it. So here we go. Step, lean back. Good. Step, lean back. Push your hips to me. Should we add the kick? Push. Beautiful. 1 more. Step. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's go. Double time. Step, push. Come on with that front kick. Let's go. Come on, do it like you mean it. This could save your life one day. Come on. Up. Let's go. Push. Good. Abs in tight. Shoulders down. Push your hips to me. Come on. Up. 1 more. Change legs. Hold it there. So, you've got your front kick. Everything to the front. We're going to change it to the side kick. Turn your feet and your body this way, but keep your head and your hands towards me. Yeah? Take your little squat down. Good. Now this time, you're gonna step up with the back leg, you're gonna lift the front leg, but you're gonna lift the knee in that direction. Step, lift. Are we ready? Step, lift. See how the knee is over there? Step, lift. The beauty of that is it allows you, when we add the kick nice and low, to push, push. See that? Step, push. Now your toes should be pointing in that direction. You're pushing with the side of your foot. Hips, push. Should we get a couple more? Make sure your knee comes back after the kick. Control it. Should we go double time? Let's go. Step, push. Step, push. Step, push. Come on, how you doing? 4 more. Step, push. Step, push. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Change legs. Whew. Feet are this way. Chest is this way. Hips this way. But the hands and the head are to the front. Good. So let's set it up the same way. Step up first. Knee. Good. Step. Knee. Fabulous. Up. Knee. Keep your hands up. Shoulders down. Beautiful. Now we'll push. Push. See how you're pushing somebody away? Good. Push. Push. Good. Push, double time. Let's go. Step, push. Step, push. Give me 4 more. Come on. Side of the foot, toes are pointing that way. Come on. Up. 1 more. And hold it there. Change legs. So you've now got a front kick. You've now got a side kick. We're now going to go for a round kick. Right leg forwards. Give me that little bounce. Hope you're getting warm. This is what we're going to do. Turn yourself sideways on again. Same beginning. Step up, but now lift the leg into a hurdle position. So you can do this. We go. Step, lift. See that hurdle position? And you see how the knee is slightly higher than the ankle. Don't be lifting this way. Keep the hips, chest, shoulders there. Lift. Lean away from me. Lean away. What that's going to allow you to do is lift that leg a little higher. Now, when we kick, you're going to point your toes to me, because that'll allow you to kick with the laces on the top. Let's add the flick. Step, flick. See how the toes pointed? So the contact will be with the laces. Control it on the way back. Good. And again, step, flick. Let's do some work. Double time. Step, kick. Good. Step, kick. Good. How are you doing? Control the momentum. Abs are tight. Lean back. Shoulders down. 1 more. Change legs. Beautiful. Turn yourself sideways on. Feet this way. Chest this way. Hips this way. But head and hands are to the front. Give me a little bounce. We start by stepping up with the right. Lift the left. Step. Lift. See how you're lifting into that position? Hurdle, but with the knee a little higher, keep going, than the ankle. See that kind of slope? Step. Beautiful. What we're going to do now is take a lean back. Beautiful. Keep going. Step, lean. So you can lean away from the kick. Lean. Beautiful. Let's add the flick. Step, flick. Point the toes to me. And again, keep your hands under control. Step, double time. Let's go. Step, kick. Step, kick. Come on. Beautiful. Point the toes. Abs are tight, shoulders down. Beautiful. Really getting into the hamstrings to control that pull back on the kick. Come on, 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it there. Whew. Beautiful. 1 more thing to do. Can we, like we did with the blocks, and we did with the punches, can we link those 3 kicks together? So, just bear with me. Hands up, right leg forwards. Give me the little bounce. So, front kick, side kick, round. So, we go step, step, front, down, step, side, down, step, round. Now you're going to need to take small steps in between and shuffle yourself backwards. 4, 3, 2, let's go. Step, front, turn sideways, stay sideways, round. So you've got a little step in between each kick. Shall we try that again? In 4 and 3 and 2, step kick, step, kick, down, step, side, down, step, round. Yeah? How are we doing? Can we go double time? 4, it's not really a question. In 4, 3, 2, step, front, step, side, step, round. Get back, get ready. In 5, 6, 7, step, front, step, side, step, round. Back you go. Hold it. Should we change legs? Left leg forwards. Exactly the same thing, but we'll go slow first of all. In 5, 6, 7, step, front, down, step, side, down, step, round. How are you doing? Should we do one more time slow? In 4 and 3 and 2, to the front first. Step, front, down, to the side, push, round. Beautiful. Back we go. Any chance would I be stretching our relationship too far to ask you to do that double time? 5, 6, 7, go. Step, front, step, side, step, round. Back you go. In 5, 6, 7, step, front, step, side, step, round. Watch that one. In 5, 6, 7, go. I nearly lost an ear then. And round. And hold it there. So you now have 3 blocks, 4 punches, and 3 kicks. Get a quick sip of water and get ready for the finale. We're going to put it all together. Okay, if you're still with us, well done, because this is the final round. You've made it to the final round. We're going to put everything together nice and slowly, okay, on your toes. Come on. So, finishing straight. What we're going to do is add the blocks to the punches to the kicks. We'll go slowly first. Get ready in 4 and 3 and 2. Here we go slow. Block, block, block. Punches. 1, 2, 3. Step front kick. Step side kick. Step round kick. Boom. How did you do? Get ready. Okay, the whole thing. Let's just call the first one a rehearsal just in case. On your toes. Mean face. Float like a butterfly. Get ready. Stolen that quote. In 5, 6, 7, go. Block, block, block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step front, step side, step round. Fabulous. Change legs. Left leg forwards. Slow first. 5, 6, 7. Block, block, block. Get ready. Punch, punch. Remember to twist your body. Front kick. Turn for the side kick. Flick for the round kick. Fabulous. Back you go. Left leg still forwards. Double time. In 4, in 3, in 2. Show me what you can do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step front, step side, step round. And there you go. What we're going to do on your toes is have a little cool down, a little bit of shadow boxing to cool us down, and then we're going into a static stretch. Remember, if you can't figure out which stretches to do, you've got that flexibility workout. You can pinch some stretches from there. Although, if you've still got any energy left, I wouldn't mind you doing a couple more combinations off each side. Just be careful as you get tired not to lock out your arms and legs. Stick with this workout and you'll soon be fighting fit. Welcome to the workout today. What we're going to do is work with our Swiss balls, fitness balls, stability balls. They get called different things. But the point is, they're a great tool for working whole body strength. And because we're working on an unstable surface, we can start to put a little stress on the core muscles, helping to develop those core muscles, which in turn is then, well, first of all, it can help you to look a little bit slimmer and taller almost immediately, but certainly will help to improve the health of our lower spine. Now, these balls, it's reckoned, were first used in Italy in the early 60s. But since then, we've come a long way, an awful lot of stuff we can do with them. Now, importantly, you need to choose the right ball. You may have noticed that the balls are slightly different size. And if you take a look at the chart on your screen now, you can see roughly the right size ball to choose for you. Now, as with any exercise program, we need some safety tips. Firstly, particularly with these balls, you need to check regularly that they're fully inflated. Ideally, you're going to use them on a smooth surface. We're using the mat today. And at all times, be aware on these exercises of keeping the natural curves in your spine, particularly that normal neutral curve in the lower back. So you'll notice that it's always important to warm up. The guys are using the balls for the warm-up. Our warm-up is about getting our body temperature up, so some mobilizing exercises, and you can see a few of the things the guys are doing. Now, you need about 3 to 5 minutes to do that. Always exercise under control. Remember, slower is better. And it's always worth getting a little bit of practice if you've not used the balls before, just by sitting on the ball and get a feeling for your natural alignment and the way it changes. Our target, as with most of our workouts, is 12 to 15 repetitions. That's where we're aiming for. Beginners, you're probably looking at 1 set. If you're already doing a little bit of exercise, maybe 2 sets. Those who are advanced will be looking for 3 sets of each exercise. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is actually a wall squat, an exercise you do against the wall. We don't have the wall here, so I'm going to cheat this exercise and use you're the wall for today, Cameron. Sorry about that. So this is what's going to happen. Imagine you're against the wall here. What Renee's going to do is take the feet about hip width apart. So I hope you're ready for me, and we're going to start with our squatting exercise. Now, the beauty of this, away we go, please. We're looking for our 12 to 15 repetitions, please. The beauty of doing this against the wall, using the ball, is it actually allows you to get a little deeper into the squat because you've got that support. Without the ball there, that wouldn't be a possible position. Now, the great thing is that by going a little deeper into here, we're working through a greater range in the quadriceps, we're working through a greater range through the gluteals, through that hip flexion, hip extension movement. Now, the beauty of that is that our strength is angle specific. If we only work through a partial range, we'll only develop strength through that partial range. The great thing about this is now that we're developing that strength through a greater range of motion, which could be useful to us in sports performance and in everyday tasks. How many have we done? Is that it? Beautiful. Now, the great thing about this is we can also vary it and move around to do our single leg squat. So this is a little tougher. 1 leg forwards. Notice how Renee's using the arm for balance as well, keeping your abdominals tight. Remember, we said at the beginning about being aware of our alignment. We've got a nice lift through the top of the head, long neck, long spine, abdominals in tight. Now, what we're working against here, Renee's making this look a little easier than perhaps you're finding this at home, making sure that we're keeping the hips square. She's actually having to fight against a little bit of rotation in this exercise as well. Yeah? Now, you can either, when you come to change legs, turn around and face the other way, or we could do it the same way. Beautiful. Arm out for balance. Good work. Lean into the ball. Excellent. So if you do want to do it against the wall, you can do it that way, or as we're doing here, Cameron's providing the balance also. If you're feeling particularly flash, if you've had a few goes at this exercise before, what you could do is both of you work together, but I'll warn you that is tricky. You do need to work in unison. So great exercise this. A little bit of research at University of San Diego found that the best exercise for your gluteals, for your buttocks, is actually the single leg squat. So this is a fabulous exercise to do. Are we done? Brilliant. Well done. Thank you. If you grab your ball for me, please. We're down onto the floor now, so get yourself down ready for some single leg adduction. So you guys are down, the ball's at this end, we're facing outwards. Brilliant. Now, this is an exercise that works into the inner thigh. Beautiful exercise, but also works into your core muscles, particularly the obliques at the sides. So you'll notice we've got 2 positions here. First of all, I've got Cameron resting on his elbow. If you're comfortable that way, then that's fine, resting on the elbow. The important thing here is making sure that we've got a nice line through the body, from the heel through to the tailbone, through to the top of the head. Or perhaps we might be resting the head down on the hand, as Renee's doing, whichever's comfortable for you. Can we start, please, guys? We're pressing down with the top leg, pressing into the ball, lifting the hips from that position, and we'll start to get that work into the inner thigh, also into the obliques. Try and keep your breathing nice and relaxed. We're looking for those 12 to 15 repetitions. Remember, we said all exercises we do slowly, under control. So making sure we're not dropping down with gravity. A tip also is to exhale on the exertion. We always say that. So try to breathe out as you press onto the ball. Hopefully we're feeling this working into the inner thigh, and then we're also feeling it into the obliques, into the waist, working into those core muscles. Looking for our 12 to 15 repetitions. Well done. And then we're flipping over to the other side. Great stuff. So this top leg, you're going to keep the knee just slightly bent, not locked out for me, please. You'll see the other leg is bent underneath for support. And away we go. Fabulous. And you've got that choice, remember, between working either resting the head onto the hand or resting on the elbow, whichever works for you, as long as we're getting that lift of the hip, making sure we're not twisting, not rotating through the hips. Yeah? And focus a little bit on the muscles that are doing the work, a little bit of mind in muscle. So let's think about the inner thigh doing the work. Let's also think about this work through the obliques. Can we feel something in the waist? Yeah? Concentrate on those muscles. We're going to take that as a yes. Fabulous stuff. Okay, so we're changing exercises now. We're going to shift on to the leg curl, the hamstring curl. Great exercise for the back of the thighs. And for those of you sports guys out there, be aware that hamstring strains are a common problem. It actually results from a muscular imbalance. A lot of the time, having very strong quads and weaker hamstrings is not a good position to be in. So this is a great exercise. So what we're going to do here is let yourself down on the floor, heels on the ball. I'm going to give you two options here. You could keep the hips down a little lower, and we're looking to just curl the heels towards the backside. You also have the option to then, as Cameron's doing, as we curl in, we're lifting the hips up as well, getting a full extension through what we call the posterior chain. Fabulous. Working through those hamstrings and working through the glutes as well. Beautiful. So we're looking for our 12 to 15 repetitions, making sure it's nice and slow, it's under control. Try to be aware, particularly in this position, that you've got your shoulders down on the floor, that we're not getting any strain through the back of the neck. Excellent. You might find that you need your hands just to help you with that balance. And again, the guys are making it look perhaps a little easier than you're finding it at home. So don't worry if you lose the ball a couple of times, just reset yourself, as Cameron's doing there, and then get ready to go for your final few repetitions. Okay, it's a fabulous exercise to work the hamstrings at the back of the thighs. Brilliant. And we're going to change it over now. So we've done some work for the hamstrings. What about a little bit of press-up work on the ball? So let's flip ourselves over, please, guys. So what we're doing here is working on challenging not just the chest and the triceps, a little bit of shoulder work for the press-up itself, but we're also going to add an extra challenge here in terms of the instability. Remember, this is the whole point of the Swiss ball, of the stability ball, to work that extra challenge. So we've got two options. We can either go full press up, or we can go onto the knees for the press up. The key here is dropping the chest down to the ball. I want 12 repetitions, please. Let's go. And controlling this movement. So we're working the smaller muscles, those little stabilizers around the shoulder girdle. We're talking about your rotator cuff muscles. So there are a group of 4 muscles there that are helping to stabilize the shoulder. Okay? We're talking about the supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, the teres minor, and the subscapularis. These are the 4 little muscles that attach to your shoulder blade that help to fix it in position. Yeah? And they're doing the work here in controlling this little bit of wobble that we might feel. There'll be a little bit of wobble, don't worry about that. Excellent. But also, hopefully at the same time, as well as working that stability, you felt that little bit of work for the chest, for the triceps. We're moving on now to a little bit of hyperextension for the lower back. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is to roll forwards on the ball. So the ball is about under your hips. Excellent stuff. Feet are on the floor, the ball's under your hips. Excellent. So we've got 2 options here. First of all, Cameron's going to put his hands on the ball to stabilize himself. Renee's going to make it slightly more difficult and put the hands behind the head. What we're looking to do here is simply lift yourself up backwards. Now try and maintain a nice long spine as we do this. Remember, your spine is designed, as we talked about in our lecture about the spine, to flex and extend. Now also, if you take that extend past the center line, it's actually called hyperextension. And this is a sort of movement, to put it into a sports context, if you were to smash the tennis ball, you'd probably be in a position where you would be in a hyperextended position, first of all, perhaps on the serve even also. So the easier version is to support your weight there. What's happening here is what Renee's having to do is to balance through the pelvis, because otherwise there's this little bit of wobble going on. So she's stabilizing herself through the lumbopelvic region, as well as working these erector spinae muscles, the muscles in the lower back that are helping to give us that nice strong movement through the hyperextension. Excellent stuff. Try to keep your breathing relaxed. It can be a little bit more difficult here. You have to breathe consciously here because of the press on the abdomen. So I'm going to move up the back now to the prone fly. So this time, if you can grab your dumbbells for this one, so I can show you two alternatives. If you find this easy, we can add a little bit of extra weight to this exercise. So now you're resting the ball, probably abdomen, chest area. Arms are at the side of the ball, and our aim here is with the reverse fly. What we're trying to do is lift up and out to the side. Now the elbows, if you have the elbows a little bit straighter, now they'll never be straight, they'll always be slightly bent. This is a little bit more difficult. If you bend the elbows, that lever is smaller, so it makes it slightly easier. So what I'm looking for, away we go please. I want 12 repetitions at least. If you're feeling flush, we'll go for 15. What we're looking to do here is don't change your upper body position on the ball. We're looking to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So we're really working into the rhomboid muscles that attach from the inside of your shoulder blades to the first four thoracic vertebrae. And then also we're working the middle part of the trapezius as well. Now this is a great exercise for those of you who spend much time sitting at the desk working, or if you're driving a lot. This kind of rounded shoulder position, this kyphosis position, this is a great exercise for toning those muscles at the back and helping you to draw back to your natural neutral alignment. And remember, your spine works more efficiently when it's in that natural position with those normal curves. Now I'm going back to hyperextension again, but this time we're going to do the reverse hyperextension. So if we can bring the ball back a little bit, please, guys. So be careful how you get into the position for this one. It's a little bit more tricky. You're walking over the front of the ball. Always do that slowly. You're resting on your hands. So the great thing is here, we're going to get a little bit of work, again, to stabilize your shoulders. There's a little bit of work through the triceps here. You're getting some bone loading through the wrists. Now, this is important. In terms of our risk of osteoporosis, we need to try to get to that point where we're getting a little bit of stress through the wrists. Remember, this is a common fracture site. So I am leaving you in this position, and it'll feel a little bit uncomfortable, but trust me, that's doing us some good. So what we're doing here is a reverse hyperextension. So we're lifting through the lower body, the legs are lifting up and back down. Now be careful with this movement. Remember, we said right at the top that we want controlled movement. So while you're doing this, please make sure it's smooth, no jerking movement. Now we're working here through a little bit of work through the erector spinae, through the glutes, and also into the hamstrings as well. So nice and smooth with this exercise. And again, we're working through the core to maintain that balance. We're not wobbling around on the ball. And the whole purpose of this, again, we're working on an unstable surface, which is great for challenging those core muscles. But at the same time, you can see we're really working into the glutes here, buns of steel. I feel I know you guys well enough to say that now. And away we go. Fabulous. I'm looking for those 12 to 15 repetitions on every exercise, please. Well done, well done. Take a quick rest there. So what I'm going to do now, and again, you can take a little rest in between each set just in case we're getting a bit of stress here, but remember that's what we're after. We're after this bone loading, and it's site specific. Remember, particularly as we get older and that risk of falls, this is a common fracture site. And so it's important for us to get that extra bone density work if we can. Remember, our bone mineral density begins to decrease with age, so we're going to try and do a little bit of work on that. We're going down now into the press-ups. So I'm going to give you an option on this one. So start from this end, feet on the ball, yeah. You weren't taking the easier option then, were you? So we've got two options here on this. You can either have your feet on the ball, or you can rest the ball a little higher onto your knees or maybe even onto your hips. So the higher the ball is on the line of the body, the easier the exercise will be, because obviously that's taking more of the weight. The important point for this is we want to keep a nice natural curve through the lower spine, yeah? There'll be a tendency in this position for your hips to drop down. We've got to fight that, yeah? Lowering the chest down, elbows out to the side for our push-up, press-up position. So remember what we said. If the ball is a little higher up the body line, it's a little bit easier. If the ball is further away, so you have perhaps just your feet on the ball, then you're taking more of the weight, it's a little tougher. Well done, guys, you're doing really well. Be careful on this exercise not to lock your arms out at the top. That can put a little bit of strain on the elbow, so try to keep them soft. And again, it gets back to that point we were saying about trying to make sure that the movement's controlled. Well done, well done. You're making this look too easy. Good work. We're moving on now from the chest. Let's move on to our abdominals, and we're going to do a little crunch this time. So this time you're on the ball for me. Oh, you're both taking the easy option. If I can get you sitting on the ball facing me, please. Fabulous stuff. Okay, so first of all, you need to stabilize yourself. So make sure you've got your feet nice and wide. Make sure you're planted. And again, this is why, remember we said you want to be on a smooth surface, and the mat helps us for that. So we're looking into our normal sit-up crunch type exercise, so away we go, please. What I want you to be aware of on this is that the hips are already slightly lifted. Don't let them drop down. And you've got options here, because you've got your normal crunch movement. And again, with any of these crunch type exercises, really try to picture the abdominal muscles squeezing together like a spring. In fact, what we're trying to do here is to move your ribs closer to your hips. That's how we work the rectus abdominis. That's what we're looking for. What you could also do with this, as Renee is doing, is dropping a little further behind the ball. So if you were doing this on the floor, obviously you can only go down to horizontal. This allows us to work through a greater range for the abdominal muscles, yeah? Fabulous exercise. So you've got the choice to be doing that. Maybe experiment with it. Can you go a little bit further back? That would be great if you could. Fabulous. So having worked through the rectus there at the front, all we're going to do now is same position, guys. We're just going to flip around to the side and work on the side crunch, yeah? So you're turning yourself sideways on now. That's it. That's it. And I want one leg over the top, one leg straight out. Yeah? Doesn't matter which way first, because you're going to do both. Beautiful stuff. One hand behind the head, stabilize yourself on the ball. So get yourself in a nice, comfortable position first of all. The aim of this exercise, again, we're just doing a crunch, but we're on a side crunch now. Yeah? So you'll see how for this exercise, we've got one leg out straight, but then we've also got one leg over the front. What that will do also is prevent you from twisting your hips. We don't want to twist. Let's keep this as, remember we talked about the spine moving in lateral flexion. We're working laterally here, a little bit of work into the obliques, giving you an hourglass figure, he says. Or your money back. Excellent stuff. Really feeling that into the obliques, really squeezing through the waist. Remember what we said? When you've done your 12 repetitions, we'll swap over to the other side. Remember we said on this, we want to get our mind in muscle, so really focus on the waist, really focus on pulling the ribs to the hips. That's what we're trying to do on this exercise. And again, don't hold your breath. Stabilize yourself first of all. And remember, as we said, you might be finding while you're doing this at home that you're wobbling a little bit on the ball. That's okay. Just reset yourself and get ready to go with the next repetition. It will happen. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing. Yeah? The whole challenge here is we're taking some fairly common exercises you may have seen before, but we're doing them on an unstable surface. And that's the key. We're going to end up working a lot more muscles. Beautiful stuff. Just one more. Excellent stuff. Well done, well done. We're getting down now for still on our abdominals. We've only got 2 more exercises to go, so hang in there, guys. You can do this. We're going to be down now for the jackknife. So the ball's at this end. You're down on your backs, please. Fabulous. Okay, so a little bit of a tricky one. Doesn't matter whether you start with the ball in the hands or the feet, but the key is each time you come up with the hands and feet, we're going to swap the ball over. So a little bit of work for the abdominals, but we're also working through the chest in squeezing the ball, and then you'll find the inner thighs as well as we squeeze the ball. So away we go. We're going to sit up, transfer the ball. I hope it's not going to go rolling away, and back down, and then back up. Beautiful. Sit up, then back down, then back up. Fabulous. And we're just going to do 143 of these, please. I'm only kidding. We're aiming for 12 to 15 repetitions. That's our target. Up we go. Sit up. Brilliant. And up. Excellent. Slow is better with this, otherwise you're going to find you'll spend half your time chasing around the ball that's rolling all over the place. And up. Brilliant. Hopefully beginning to feel this a little bit in the abdominals now. Again, I do feel guilty that I'm not doing it, but I just got to check that we're all doing it right, okay? Fabulous work. Well done. Really getting into those abdominals. It's a target area for a lot of us. Yeah? Brilliant stuff. Well done, well done. How did you do at home? So we're going to change it over. You'll be pleased to know this is the last exercise, and it's a little easier than that one. We're going to flip it over for our rollout. So this one, rather than the rest of the exercises you've done, are all dynamic. They're all what we call isotonic. The muscle that we've targeted has been shortening and lengthening, shortening and lengthening. We're now going to work through an isometric exercise. And that's because the deeper postural muscles work that way. That's what they do. They hold us in position. So for this exercise, I'm challenging you to get into a fairly awkward position, but then to hold it. So you'll see the guys are starting on the knees with the elbows, hands on the ball. And all we're going to do for a rollout is I'm going to ask you to roll the ball forwards. So as we roll the ball forwards, we get ourselves into a position where you'll see the hips are now starting to drop. So the challenge now is, can we keep the abdominals in really tight and stop that from dropping? So I'm going to ask you to take it out there and hold it, please. Hold that position. And when we get to the point where you feel, hang on, my hips are dropping down or I'm beginning to shake, we can roll back and take a little bit of a rest. And our aim here is just, can we begin to build up that time? We're training the endurance in those postural muscles. That's what they're designed to do. Remember, as we said right at the top, it's absolutely vital to ensure we get the technique correct. So if the hips start to drop down, we need to come back, take a little bit of a rest, and we'll try that again. Now, you're only looking at about 3 to 5 of these repetitions. This is not one that we're doing for 12 to 15, because the challenge here is the time. Can we hold the time on this exercise? Beautiful. Should we try just one more of those? When I say we, obviously I mean you and you. Holding it, fabulous. Trying to keep your breathing relaxed. Do you want fries with that shake? And sorry, I had to get that line in somewhere. And beautiful. If you put the balls back on the stands for me, please, and get yourself up, we'll have a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to cool down with a little bit of a stretch now. So the whole idea of that workout, targeting your whole body, but also really getting into those core muscles as well. Let's take the hands up, interlock your hands, chest level. Let's just press them out. Spreading the shoulder blades apart. That prone fly really got into the upper back, so we'll open that out. We're going to hold our static stretches for around 15 seconds. You can always press pause and hold them a little bit longer. Lift the hands up, keep the abdominals in tight, press high, press high, press high. Lifting up through the upper back, through the waist. Remember those side crunches we did? Really important to get that little stretch out. Take them down behind. Remember the press-up work we did for the chest and shoulders. Lock them behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together to feel that stretch. Try not to arch your back too much. So we're just going to stretch through the key target muscles here that we've been using, the major muscle groups. Although remember, in our lecture on flexibility, we'll show you lots of other exercises as well. And ease that off. The knees are slightly bent. We take one hand up and we take a stretch across to the side. Let's reach. And take it back up to the center. You should feel like your core body temperature is dropping a little bit now. Your breathing's coming back to normal, but hopefully you can feel a little bit of a buzz in the muscles, like we've done some work. And back over, beautiful. We're going to take the left foot, get a hold of it. Now, a little bit of balance work. Since what we've been doing here is working on our core strength, you're going to need it for this exercise. Heel up to the back side. Should be feeling that stretch on the front of the thigh there. I'm going to take that foot and put it down in front on the heel with the toe lifted. Put your hands onto the right thigh and then take your chest forward. So we get that little stretch in the back of the thigh. Remember that hamstring curl when you were pulling the ball towards yourself. Important to get that little stretch for the hamstring curl. And drop your chin onto your chest and slowly curl up. Your head's the last thing up. We'll swap over to the other side. Let's take the right foot, get a hold of it. Squeeze the heel towards the backside. Remember, for your balance, keep this knee slightly bent. You might want to put this hand out to the side or grab a hold of the ear, whichever works for you. Keeping the abs in tight. A little bit of a core challenge here also. The heel goes down in front, the toes up, hands on the other thigh. So just the basic stretches of our key muscle groups. Now we've done a little bit of work for the inner thigh, chin on the chest and slowly curl up. So to get a bit of a stretch there, we're going to take the feet out a little bit wider and point the toes out for a little plie position. See how the knees go out. Take the hands just above the knees and press backwards. Keeping the abs in tight. Should start to get that little stretch on the inner thigh there as we press backwards. Good. Keep your breathing relaxed. And straighten it up. Walk them in, give yourselves a deep breath. Give your hands a shake, give your legs a shake. Good work, team. Well done. I hope you enjoyed your fitness ball, stability ball, Swiss ball, whatever you call it. I hope you enjoyed your ball workout. So to start with, let's take just one ball. Yeah, just going to start with one ball. And the skill here is to get a consistent throw. So our first level, starting your dominant hand, is to practice sweeping the hand across to the tummy button and then letting the ball go. Yeah, so try to avoid throwing it from hand to hand. Yeah, just simply sweep the hand across and let go. So you've got this kind of cupping movement like so. And what will happen then is the ball will go straight up in the middle like so. Now what we're aiming for here is a consistent throw. So ideally, it's always going to about head height, maybe slightly higher, always to the same height every time, in a rhythm. So that is your first level. So how about you press pause and get a little practice. Okay, so moving on to the second level. That seems easy, but it's important to get the throw consistent. So the second level, we're going to start again, throwing with the dominant hand. And all I'm going to ask you to do, and this is where it becomes a real mind-body exercise, you need to talk to yourself, yeah? I want you to say, throw and catch, yeah? Actually say it at the time you do it. What's going to happen is I'm going to throw and catch, but in order to allow me to catch, I'm going to drop this ball. So this is what happens. Throw, catch. That's all you need to do, simply drop the ball, yeah? Shall we try that again? Starting your dominant hand, we throw and catch. Now really, to make this work, to really get that mind-body link, you need to talk to yourself, okay? So I'm going to let you practice that a few times. Say to yourself, throw, catch. Just drop that other ball. Moving on to the next level, it's pretty much the same, only this time I'm still saying to myself, throw and catch, but instead of dropping the second ball, I'm just going to throw it. I'm not really fussed about where it goes. So again, starting your dominant hand, say, throw, catch. Throw, catch. But you see now I've thrown that other ball, yeah? So you're still doing the same thing, saying throw and catch, but now I'm throwing that second ball. Throw, catch, yeah? Okay, so have a little practice at that. Now you've probably guessed what's happening next. What I'm going to do now is to move on to the next level. That second ball, I want to catch it. So the way to do this is to say to yourself, throw, throw, catch, catch. Okay? Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Now, let's be honest, the first few times it's going to go all over the place. And this will apply to every stage. Once that happens, put one of the balls away and just take a little brain break. Go back to here, practice this, because if we don't have consistent throws from both hands, it's going to go completely awry. So, this is the level. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Speak to yourself while you're doing it. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Start in your dominant hand. Avoid throwing the ball from one hand to the other. Just sweep it across so that it goes up in the middle. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. I'll give you a moment to practice that level. We're getting closer now. Let's take the third ball, okay? If you've not got these balls, oranges work. I actually learned to juggle with oranges. I would, as a tip, make sure you use something that doesn't break, and also move everything out of the way while you're practicing. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with 2 balls in your dominant hand. Now the secret here is to have one held near the heel of the palm and the other held towards the end of the fingers. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Exactly the same thing as you've just done. Throw, throw, catch, catch. But in order to allow me to catch the second ball, I'm going to drop the third ball. So it'll look like this. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Yeah? So I'm ending up exactly where I was before, but now I've dropped that third ball. Yeah? The beauty of juggling balls is they don't bounce and roll away. So if you've got tennis balls or golf balls, they could be all over the place. The beauty of these things is, and they're called thuds because that's the noise they make when they hit the floor. So, throw, throw, catch, catch, and just drop that ball. Yeah? So it's still the same level as before, but we need to drop the ball. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Have a little practice. Okay, we're getting really close now. We're getting really close. So this time, still the same, throw, throw, catch, catch, but, in case you hadn't guessed, we're gonna throw the third ball. So, throw, throw, catch, catch, just throw that third ball, let it go wherever it goes. So we're still doing throw, throw, catch, catch, but we're throwing the third ball. Yeah? So, throw, throw, catch, catch. Yeah? Don't worry about where that third ball goes. So we're just moving one level further than before. Should we try that again? Start with the two balls in your dominant hand. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw that other ball away. Okay, have a little practice. Remember, if it all goes completely belly up, take a brain break, practice that single arm throw, because it's all about having a consistent throw. Have a go. Okay, I think this is what they call the moment of truth. So, the secret now, and again, it's so important to talk because it's a mind-body link. The secret now is to say to yourself, throw, 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 throw. Yeah? That's all you've got to do. What should happen is throw, 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 throw. Yeah? You've just got to say to yourself, throw, 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 throw. Now, let's be honest. What's probably going to happen is we'll get a couple of the ways through and then the ball will go all over the place. You may find yourself walking forwards while you're doing it. Yeah? So, have a couple of goes and then go back, whether you've got it or not, to just a single ball. It's important to keep going back to this stage. Yeah. If it completely goes to pieces, let's go back to the stage before. Yeah? We can always drop back to the stage before. But trust me, the secret here is the mind-body link. If you say to yourself, throw, 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 lo and behold, you should be juggling. And that's when the fun really starts, because then we can start to do all sorts of little tricks with it. So that's your 3-ball cascade, yeah? Only one way to do it, practice. Now, the warm-up's absolutely vital, and you'll notice that on any of our workouts in this series, we'll point out that you must have that little 3 to 5 minute warm-up beforehand. So I'm going to give you that little warm-up right now. We're actually going to work through it. So I'm going to start real easy. The importance of the warm-up, we're trying to start with small movements, move to big. We're trying to get synovial fluid into the joints to get that lubrication, and we're trying to get your heart rate up, your body temperature up. So first of all, we're going to start very easy. I'm going to tilt the head to the side and bring it back up, and if you join in with us, that'll be fabulous. You don't have to be in time, as long as we're doing that movement. You're working through your range of movement. Remember, we're starting small and then we'll start to build up. We'll hold that there and we'll twist. Just working through the muscles in the neck. Get a lot of tension there, so it's worth doing that. Don't let any of the movements become jerky. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Fabulous, and hold it there. Let's take some little shoulder circles. Should we go backwards first? Just roll them back. Working through a comfortable range of motion. Start easy and then take it up a little bit as you go. So what we'll do with that is we'll start to take it up to the elbows. See how we're increasing the range of motion now. And then what we'll do is take that up to full arm. Let's get those circles. Keep your abs in tight. Nice and comfortable. Work at your own pace. You don't have to be with our rhythm, but don't go too quickly. The idea is that we're going to build the intensity up a little as we go. And hold that there. Let's go forwards. The opposite. Get that real roll through your shoulders. Shoulders up to the ears. Fabulous. Take it up to the elbows. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Good. How are you doing at home? And should we take that up to the full arm? Just to get a little circle in there. Fabulous, working through the shoulders. And beautiful, let's just relax it there. Let's work through the trunk. All we're gonna do is a little twist and lift the foot onto the toe so that you can get that little twist without any torque through the knee. Good, let the arms go loose. Let them round. So you'll start to get that little rotation through your lower spine there. Good. Beginning to warm up through the trunk. How are you doing? Good. Should be beginning to feel your body temperature rising a little bit now. I'm going to hold that there, another good one for your lower back. We're going to drop down, and what I'm going to ask you to do here is to just lift and lower and lift. So you're hunching here, curving the spine and then relaxing it down. Don't press down to the floor. A little hunch and hollow, just working through those joints through the lower spine. Up and down and up. Beautiful. Lift up. Good. And hold it there. We're going to take it down for some small squats. So just nice and easy. Not too low, just small squats. Pressing into your heels. That'll be important for later. Abs are in tight. Just working through the knee joint, through the hip joint, getting a little bit of work into the glutes, into the muscles in the front and the back of the thigh as well. Fabulous. Now I'm going to change that slightly and take the feet a little bit wider, point the knees and toes out slightly, and I'm going to shift my weight side to side with a little dip in the middle, down and dip. Beautiful. You don't have to be going in time with me. If you are, that's okay. Just keep moving. Make sure you're getting that little bend in the middle, that little swing. Let your arms go with it. Good. Now you see how the movements are getting a little bit bigger as we go along. So what that's starting to do is to raise the heart rate a little bit as we start to move the blood around. Gets you prepared for what we're about to do. Good. Should be beginning to feel a bit warmer. We'll take the arm across the chest, but let it just flow. Yeah, the warm-up should be nice and smooth. Good. And what you'll find with these warm-ups, after you've done this a few times, you'll get the hang of it and be able to do it yourself over the top, anytime you like. But then also you'll be able to make up these movements as you go. Nothing too difficult. Just working through your range of motion. Should we add both arms just to make that a bit bigger? Reach up. Good. So it's getting a little more intense as we go along, building up that gradual curve. Should be beginning to get your breathing rate up just a little bit, not too much. Fabulous. I'm going to change that slightly. Hands are down and heels, heels, heels. Getting into the hamstrings. Yeah? Curling that heel up to your backside. See how that's going? Up, up, up. Beautiful. And then the opposite of that. Let's lift the knees. Up, up. Good. So we're working through that hip flexion. But what we're also doing here is working through that knee flexion, lifting up. We're also now moving larger muscle groups, so beginning to get a little bit more work. Now, the hip. Can we circle, circle, circle? Good. Remember, we can get that, it's a ball and socket joint, the hip, so we can get that round movement, up and back. Now, this is going to feel a little bit awkward, just bear with me, but when we do the opposite of that and bring it in, it feels a bit strange. But the hip is designed to move like that, so we'll circle it in, circle it in. It does feel odd, but it's a good exercise. And in. Okay, we'll start to march. Using your arms, a little bit of a pump. Lift the feet up. Good. Any chance we could take that to just a little bit of a jog? So as you can see, what we're beginning to do now is take up the intensity. We're beginning to get your heart rate up a little bit. And hopefully you're beginning to feel a little bit warmer now. Should we change that to a little bit of shadow boxing? A little bit of side to side. Beautiful. What about put one foot forwards? You can look out for this when we come to the combat workout. Change it over. Beautiful. Can I get some very small jacks? Fabulous. And then from there, can I get some little scissors? Forwards and back. Bring it back down to your gentle jog on the spot. Bring it back down to your march. And I reckon you should be feeling a little bit warmer and ready for your workout now. So we're going to cool down with a little bit of a stretch now. So the whole idea of that workout, targeting your whole body, but also really getting into those core muscles as well. Let's take the hands up, interlock your hands, chest level. Let's just press them out. Spreading the shoulder blades apart. That prone fly really got into the upper back, so we'll open that out. We're going to hold our static stretches for around 15 seconds. You can always press pause and hold them a little bit longer. Lift the hands up, keep the abdominals in tight, press high, press high, press high. Lifting up through the upper back, through the waist. Remember those side crunches we did? Really important to get that little stretch out. Take them down behind. Remember the press-up work we did for the chest and shoulders. Lock them behind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together to feel that stretch. Try not to arch your back too much. So we're just going to stretch through the key target muscles here that we've been using, the major muscle groups. Although remember, in our lecture on flexibility, we'll show you lots of other exercises as well. And ease that off. The knees are slightly bent. We take one hand up and we take a stretch across to the side. Let's reach. And take it back up to the center. You should feel like your core body temperature is dropping a little bit now. Your breathing's coming back to normal, but hopefully you can feel a little bit of a buzz in the muscles, like we've done some work. And back over, beautiful. We're going to take the left foot, get a hold of it. Now, a little bit of balance work. Since what we've been doing here is working on our core strength, you're going to need it for this exercise. Heel up to the back side. Should be feeling that stretch on the front of the thigh there. I'm going to take that foot and put it down in front on the heel with the toe lifted. Put your hands onto the right thigh and then take your chest forward. So we get that little stretch in the back of the thigh. Remember that hamstring curl when you were pulling the ball towards yourself? Important to get that little stretch for the hamstring curl. And drop your chin onto your chest and slowly curl up your heads the last thing up. We'll swap over to the other side. Let's take the right foot, get a hold of it. Squeeze the heel towards the backside. Remember, for your balance, keep this knee slightly bent. You might want to put this hand out to the side or grab a hold of the ear, whichever works for you. Keeping the abs in tight. A little bit of a core challenge here also. The heel goes down in front, the toes up, hands on the other thigh. So just the basic stretches of our key muscle groups. Now we've done a little bit of work for the inner thigh, chin on the chest and slowly curl up. So to get a bit of a stretch there, we're going to take the feet out a little bit wider and point the toes out for a little plie position. See how the knees go out. Take the hands just above the knees and press backwards. Keeping the abs in tight. Should start to get that little stretch on the inner thigh there as we press backwards. Good. Keep your breathing relaxed. And straighten it up. Walk them in. Give yourselves a deep breath. Give your hands a shake. Give your legs a shake. Good work, team. Well done. I hope you enjoyed your fitness ball, stability ball, Swiss ball, whatever you call it. I hope you enjoyed your ball workout. On my fitness travels, I'm constantly asked questions, and so what I wanted to do now is share a few of those common questions and answers, of course, with you now. Can high heels really damage my knees? Well, knee osteoarthritis is twice as common in women as men, yet biomechanical differences, such as wider hips for childbearing, don't really explain this phenomenon. Women, however, tend to wear moderately high heels routinely, even when at work, and this is the deciding factor. According to a report published in the medical journal The Lancet. Researchers found that wearing high-heeled shoes increased rotation forces on the knee by 30% compared to walking barefoot. So, next time you're out shopping for something cool to adorn your feet, choose function over fashion. Go low on the heels and you'll be walking tall for a long time to come. In addition, both women and men can increase longevity in the knees by ensuring squats and lunges are in your exercise routine. After working out for 3 months, I now feel my determination beginning to wane. I've even skipped workouts. Do you have any tips to help keep me motivated? Well, researchers at the University of Calgary have proven that keeping an exercise diary is a vital tool in helping you to stick to your activity program. Those of us who record our workout efforts exercise more frequently than those who don't, and so are far more likely to see the results. This is why it's vital that you keep a log to track your activity. Another tip is to mark an X on the days when you miss a workout, as this has also been shown to help keep your exercise on course. Is it okay to watch my favourite soap opera when I'm in the gym, or should I concentrate on my workout? Good question. TV or not TV? It's a common conundrum, and sports psychologists have now revealed that focusing your attention away from your body when you're working out may reduce feelings of fatigue and increase your chance of sticking to your exercise regime. A 3-month study showed that 87% of those watching gym TV or reading while sweating were still going strong, compared to only 37% who had no distraction and were concentrating on their activities. Why do I sometimes feel dizzy when I work out? The reason may simply be that your diet lacks enough carbohydrate to provide you energy to get you through your workouts. In this case, your body will switch to starvation mode and try to find fuel in other places. For example, breaking down protein in your muscles and taking glucose from your bloodstream that would ordinarily be transported upstairs to keep your brain ticking over. Try to consume a carbohydrate-rich snack about an hour before you exercise and see if this helps. Also, without wishing to cause alarm, perhaps a visit to your GP is worthwhile just to give you the peace of mind that there are no underlying medical issues. If I'm in a rush, is it okay to skip my cool down? Now, I really don't recommend this, as the immediate post-workout period is vital to return your body to its pre-exercise state, or homeostasis as it's known. If not done correctly, you could expose yourself to risk of blood pooling, whereby blood that's been redirected away from your organs to provide your exercising muscles with oxygen to keep them going doesn't return to the resting distribution and can lead to dizziness and even fainting as the brain seeks its fuel. In addition, a good cool down can speed your recovery process, ensuring you'll be back to exercising at optimum intensity as soon as possible, and that can only lead to quicker results. I have knee problems, but have been told cycling backwards will help. Is this true? Research conducted in California showed this to be true, but only for certain knee conditions. Cycling backwards produces lower compressive loads compared to normal forward pedaling, and also reduces the shear forces when the leg is fully extended. It may be beneficial if you have cartilage damage or osteoarthritis, but if you have pain specifically on the patella, or recovering from anterior cruciate ligament injury or surgical reconstruction, then normal forward cycling would be better. Clearly then, a professional diagnosis is strongly recommended. I've heard that training without shoes can be good for your feet. Is this true? Surprisingly, training barefoot has a number of scientifically proven benefits, including increasing running efficiency, reducing fatigue, reducing the risk of impact injury, and improving lower leg strength. But before you bin your running shoes, however, remember there are various health and safety issues to consider, particularly if exercising outdoors. Also, I'd advise you ease yourself into this, ideally adopting this tactic maybe for just one workout each week initially. Please can you settle an ongoing argument I have with my boyfriend regarding which is the fitter sex? Right. Without wishing to duck the question, although clearly sitting on the fence will probably be the wisest option for me on this one, this is somewhat of a grey area as there are so many different ways of defining and measuring fitness. However, recent research has shown that fit women have a greater resistance to fatigue than their male counterparts, and so are able to maintain continuous and intermittent muscle contractions at a low to moderate intensity longer than physically active men. But whatever you do, don't tell him I told you that. Every winter I'm prone to colds and flu, but should this prevent me exercising? Well, according to a number of scientific studies, it's all right to continue exercising if you have a common cold. Symptoms such as congestion, runny nose, mild headache, itchy eyes, cough, sore throat, but you should avoid heavy training and try to sleep and eat well. However, if you have a fever, elevated temperature, muscle aches, fatigue, a deep cough, wheezing, shortness of breath, or maybe significant headaches, you should rest and stay at home so as not to infect others.